High school football. It's Imperial Tigers taking on Holtville Vikings. Here's Mickey Dale and the crew.
Thanks, Gabe, and good evening. Welcome to Burger Field in Holtville for the Imperial Valley Classic between the Vikings and the Imperial Tigers. I'm Mickey Dale along with George Grahal, and this is a game that puts a couple of old rivals in non-league action now that the Tigers are in the Imperial Valley League and the Vikings competing in the Desert League. But for so many years, this was, as we termed it, the Holtville game. That was all we had to call it, was the Holtville game back then.
We didn't need to hype it up. Playing Holtville, that's all you need.
That's it. That was all the hype you needed to have. It was the Holtville game, and that was it. Some of the old salts remember this rivalry from the days of the Desert Mountain League back in the 60s to the Manzanita League, and for us, good old Chaparral League. Yeah, when those schools battled for a league championship and a good seat in the CIF Southern section. Now the schools compete in the San Diego section in not only different leagues, but separate divisions. The Tigers in Division 3, they're ranked number 9, and the Vikings in the newly formed Division 5 AA, they're ranked number 3. As of late, this rivalry has been all Imperial. The Tigers have won the last 10 games in a row and 14 of the last 15. The last Viking victory, 2006. I was right about the 20-yard line, just beyond the fence for that game, watching this as the Vikings scored a 22-21 overtime win. Since the second meeting in 2006, the Tigers have outscored the Vikings 323-56. But prior to last year's 41-7 win, it was a single touchdown for 2 years in a row. So the Vikings are coming in with a victory last week. The Tigers reeling from a last 2 minute of the game loss to West Hills, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. We'll have more of our pregame show in just a moment.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
It's the Imperial Valley Classic, pitting the Imperial Tigers and the Holtville Vikings. Here in the Carrot Capital, always got to throw that in. Carrot Capital will always be the Carrot Capital. They have the Carrot Festival in I think February. Have you gone to it? Where I don't know if they still do, but they used to have a big old ice mound.
Oh, I haven't been to that in
I haven't been in a while to see it, but I remember as a kid coming over for it, and there was a big mound of ice with carrots stuck all through it. You could just grab it and eat cold carrots. It was nice. The Tigers are in their fourth season under veteran head coach David Shaw. They come into the game 0-1 after a heartbreaking 14-7 loss to West Hills and Santee last Friday. Imperial held a 7-0 halftime lead after an Ethan Reeves touchdown, but the Wolfpack scored on its initial possession of the second half to tie the score, a 12-yard scamper by Colin Dill, and then they won in the final 2 minutes on a Diego Calderon 10-yard rush. That gave the Wolfpack a 3-2 overall series lead against the Tigers. Interestingly, and I think I talked about it as we were driving back last week from Santee, that the home team has won all 5 times in the series. So I'm going to have them push to see if we can have all the future games played in Imperial. See if we could get David to do that. The Vikings under seventh-year head coach Jason Turner posted an impressive 22-0 opening season shutout of the Southwest Eagles last week in El Centro. Holtville was scoring their initial drive on a 7-yard run by Griffin Garcia. He would finish with a game-high 80 yards on 16 carries, and he would find pay dirt one more time in the third quarter on a 2-yard blast. And Hector Sanchez would rush for another 73 yards on 19 carries and scored the third Viking touchdown on a 1-yard blast. Tyler's just chiming in from up in Middleton, Idaho, and she has tuned into the game. And do you have a temperature for us there, Kai? Because it's 81 here.
Yeah.
It was what? Or 101 here. It was 81 last week, so we got to that 20-degree difference between last week and this week. And but the field set up the same. Yeah, sunset was to our right. It is again here tonight as well. Lee Elder says sounding good. He's back in Talmadge Ohio, listening in. And Jonathan's going to be typing in right now. I think I told him, I said, make sure your kids listen so we can say a little shout out to all the grandkids. Our grandson Caleb had his birthday last week. But by the time we knew that they were going to be listening in, it was, Jonathan's getting a little old. It was his bedtime. No, he said he had a headache, so he turned in early. So everybody's listening. There's one thing you got to say here, George. Andrew, the littlest one, this is what he calls his happy heart. He sends those to Peggy and I, and here's the footballs and all. So they're listening in back in Meade, Kansas. Our son Jonathan and Norabelle, his wife, and their kids, Peter, who's playing junior high football for Meade. And then Caleb's going to Meade Elementary School and also plays football. And Sam plays football as well. And Andrew, in a few years, I think, will also be playing it. And you were asking, it's in Kansas, so they either have to be red and blue and white for University of Kansas or purple and silver for K-State. That's it, purple and
beautiful
silver it is. Yeah, it is great. Interesting, tonight, the head coaches in the game are leading the schools that they went to. That doesn't happen very often as we go around to different games. That's kind of cool. It's been a rivalry of streaks. We'll look at those streaks at halftime, so make sure that you're with us for that, and we'll continue our pregame show here for tonight's game in just a moment.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Mickey Dale and George Grawl here in Holtville just minutes before the kickoff for tonight's game between the Tigers and the Vikings in Holtville. And Jonathan just texted to remind me, when he was doing the games with me, when he was a senior in high school, he painted his face red and white for the game, and he was afraid not to get the microphone into it and get red face paint all over it. And we were on the radio then, and we're on, I like to call it the Chick Hearn simulcast, because he was great at saying that with the Lakers, as we're on live on Kxo Radio, 12:30 a.m. if you're in the Valley. And if you're outside of the Valley, we're on YouTube and also on KXORadio.com. So you can tune us in on any of those three ways. The only game in town, so that's because of a shortage of officials we've talked about the last few years. And so they're going to probably be moving a game a week with the local schools moving around, so this may not be our last Thursday night game. Shortage of officials, not only in the Imperial Valley, but also in San Diego County. And it's a full slate of games on tap tomorrow night, though. The unbeaten and defending IVL champion Central Spartans host the Palm Desert Aztecs in their home opener at Cal Jones Field in El Centro. Carroll, Buckley, and John Driffill will provide the coverage on KXO Radio. They'll also be on YouTube and KXORadio.com as well. They'll be kicking that one off at 7 o'clock, and they will have their pregame at 6:45. First-year head coach and former Tiger running back Pete Blanco Jr. leading the Southwest Eagles. And they'll be in Banning tonight as they take on the Broncos. I think that was one of the coldest nights I ever spent. It was a playoff game in 1972, Imperial at Banning, and the wind blew coming through there, and it was cold. I remember walking the sidelines with Gary Cox, and I think it was the first time that we got a cup of coffee. We got it. We walked back to where we were at. It wasn't even hot anymore. It was just a bitterly cold night. And I was telling you that John Tyree, former Imperial coach, was at Banning the last couple of years. They've got a different coach there now, but it's interesting to see Banning playing the local schools. They'll be at home against Southwest tomorrow night. The Bradley Wildcats hope to get their first game of the season in after last Saturday's scheduled game at Scripps Ranch in San Diego was postponed to September due to Tropical Storm Hillary. And the other IVL team, the Calexico Bulldogs, will host Castle Park tomorrow night after an impressive 14-7 victory last week over Palo Verde. So Kxo's going to be another tough one this year. The Desert League will find unbeaten Calipatria, and we haven't said that in a while, unbeaten Calipatria, but they'll be hosting Desert Mirage after an opening season 26-13 victory over Desert Christian Academy in the debut of Coach Tony Leon with the Hornets. They were 0-9 last year, come out with a victory, and I predict Tony's going to get that program turned around.
I sure hope.
I sure do, too. I want to see that.
Good
now.
guy.
Yep, yes.
He's all right, too.
Yep.
He's got to be good. He's from 77.
You know, you say that, and I was just saying last night I walked down to watch the freshman team play, and it dawned on me, we were freshmen 50 years ago. Like, oh, my goodness. I told George, I said, I had a little spring in my step until I thought that, and then all of a sudden my shoes were scraggling on the ground and everything else.
It's over right there.
But Imperial won that game 14-0. The JV team also won last night. And let me pull that score up real quick because I made a copy of it so I'd be able to see it. Freshman was 14-0, 42-14.
Okay.
And the JV team beat Holtville last night. So congratulations to them. And the girls, first year not powder puff, but flag football. Right. And they won last night. I don't have a score on that, but they won last night as well. So congratulations to all of them. Vincent Memorial will try to up its record to 2-0 in La Habra against Sonora High School tomorrow night after defeating Monte Vista 29-13 last week. And the captain's going into the middle of the field for the homestanding Vikings. Bryce Viscaglia, you hear his name as he goes both ways tonight. 73 is Mitty Hilfiger. I don't see him on this. Oh, I left out of it. And then also another one of the captains, Fermin Velarde. You'll hear his name quite a bit tonight, as well as Griffin Garcia. And for the Tigers, we'll have to try to look through jerseys to see the captains. The quarterback, Jaden Ayala, will be one. And who else do we have? Looks like Ethan Reeves on the right. Is it Joel?
Yeah, Joel and then Apodaca.
Okay. So there's our captains for the Imperial team as the Viking marching band comes out. And we're just moments away from the opening kickoff of this ball game. We remind you again, we're on Kxo Radio, 12:30 a.m. El Centro, California. And we'll be on the simulcast tonight along with the YouTube channel and KXORadio.com. And while we check in to see how the flip of the coin will be, we will take these commercial messages and we'll be back with the opening kickoff, the Holtville Vikings and the Imperial Tigers.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Thank you, Dale, along with George Grahal. We're here at Burger Field in Holtville for tonight's game between old rivals, now not in the Chaparral League as we remember it from our time in high school, but now they're in separate leagues. The Imperial Tigers visiting the Holtville Vikings. The Vikings are in their Kelly green uniforms, both top and bottom, and green helmets, or actually yellow helmets with yellow trim. The Tigers, they're visiting all white with the red trim. And we'll have the opening kickoff of tonight's game in just a moment.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea, Johnny's burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro.
The Vikings back onto the field, getting ready for the opening kickoff of this game. And we mentioned Lee Elder calling in from Talmadge, Ohio. We're at 76 degrees there, so kind of like the conditions were last week up in Santee. Also, Kathy Johnson, I think she was a freshman 50 years. Oops,
No.
But Kathy listening in up in Alpine.
That is cool, though. 50 years ago.
It is. And
That is awesome.
we're all here together watching this ball game and listening to the ball game. So thanks for chiming in with us, Kathy. We appreciate that. And we're getting ready to set this one off. We're on Kxo Radio, 1230 AM, El Centro, California, and on YouTube as well as KXORadio.com. And we'll have that opening kickoff in just a moment.
K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. K Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. K Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Looking over at the gymnasium here at Holtville, kind of reminded me of one of my little trips this summer. Was going through on I-70 east of Indianapolis, and I saw a sign that said Nicetown with a K in the front. I thought, there's something about Nicetown that I remember from. And then it dawned on me, it was the home gym for the Hoosiers team.
Oh,
the Hickory team. And so I had to go make a little side trip and go see it. But it reminded me of Holtville's gym with the wooden on the front, and I just always loved going to play in this gym. It was great. Wow. And the gymnasium back there, it hasn't changed since the 30s in Nicetown, and it's exactly like it was in the movie Hoosiers. So it was terrific to go in to see that thing in Nicetown, Indiana. It was great. Well, the Tigers will be kicking off. They'll be going right to left from the west to the east here at Burger Field in Holtville. And again, the Tigers are in all-white uniforms, red helmets, red trim, and the homestanding Vikings in Kelly green with yellow helmets, yellow numbers, and white trim. Remember a few years ago, the opening kickoff, they took yard.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Yeah. All of a sudden, Imperial was down 8-0 in a hurry, and thankfully came back to win it 14-8. But
I wonder if that running back they had back then, I think it was the Rowe or the Mole, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if he went anywhere.
Yeah, he was tough. He was tough. He was hard to bring down. He's just a slashing kind of runner. Deep to receive for the Vikings. And that's number 20. Can barely see Brock Burnett, I believe it is. That's the deep receiver. 22. 22. Okay. 22. So it's Braden Carroll is going to be deep to receive, and kicking out for the Tigers will be as he did last week. And he has got a leg all the way through the end zone as well. Robles, he's 5'8" and 170 is what he listed as. Very strong lower body.
A lot stronger from last year. What an Bennett, listening in from Mexicali.
All right, nice.
His son's up here above us, Tyler, one of the coaching staff for the Holtville.
Bryce Biscaglia is the quarterback. Tailback will be Hector Sanchez, and Braden Terrell, who was deep to receive, will be at the fullback spot. Griffin Garcia at halfback. The tight ends are Drew Knight and Duke Strom. The tackles Carlos Cancio and Colt Britsky, and Smitty Hilfiger and Sebastian Dorte. The guards, Maddox Toten, will be at the center. And we expect to see a lot of running out of this team. They passed us 3 times last week against the Eagles. A quick handoff up the middle. And getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, is Griffin Garcia. It'll be maybe a yard gain out of a 2nd down and 9.
Good start for Levi Venture. I had him, I believe, with 5 tackles last week. This is the first one for tonight. Pass.
Back to pass, going to complete it to the near side. Hit and knocked out of bounds immediately is Andre Estrada, but it will get out to about the 24-yard line, so a 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Vikings.
It's going to be tough to run in the Imperial defense. They got good running defense. Did real good the first quarter last week. And then we came out, what did you call it? Tail of 2 halves.
Tail of 2 halves, exactly. It was all Imperial first half, and it was all West Hills in the second half. So 3rd down and 6 from the 24. Fake the handoff. Biscaglia is going to run to his left, get a passage out to get it, and completes it at the 35-yard line. Will be pushed out of bounds at around the 29, and coming up with the ball, Drew. You know, it's going to be Andre Estrada.
Yeah.
Once again, so he moves from both sides of the field now, and that will be a completion.
That's a good touch right there. Yeah, Campos was in between, or just in front of the receiver, and went just out of his reach for the completion.
So 1st and 10, now at the 39-yard line for Holtville, and they're opening possession of this ball game against the Tigers. And up the middle, and Estrada is going to, this time it's going to be Garcia, will get out near the midfield. He'll get to the 49-yard line. They're going to say it's good enough for a 1st down. And a 1st and 10 at their own 49 for Holtville.
They're in Romo with the tackle, but a great push by the front line for the Vikings.
Again, same play on the handoff up the middle. And this will get across the midfield stripe, and we'll get to the Tiger 48-yard line after a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7, as once again Garcia gets the call.
J.J. Jimenez and Darian Romo again, both with their 2nd tackle for the night.
15 yards on 3 carries for Garcia starting out this ball game for Holtville. Wide receivers go to the east side of the field, 2 to the right side. It was Biscaglia, a quick pitch out to the left side or the right side, spinning away from one tackler, which would have been a loss, but we'll get just a loss of 1. It could have gone back to about the 48 of Holtville, but getting loose on that, Hector Sanchez will get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the Imperial 48.
Oh, Danny Esquivel had him for a loss, and he was able to get away from the big boy. Then Apodaca came across the field to get the tackle with the Tigers.
Making the handoff, going back to pass Biscaglia. Now he's going to get a little bit of a rush, throws that on the near side, and they run into each other. There were 2 players, the Vikings players, that ran into each other. Otherwise, that's a completion.
That's a completion.
Yeah, and coming up limping is Hector Sanchez. Got kind of tangled up with Andre Estrada right in front of the Viking side here. So now 4th down and 7 for Holtville at the Tiger 48.
Yeah, he was sitting there waiting for it, and the other one came and just knocked it out of his hand. Who do we got back there?
So deep to receive for the Tigers.
Jaden. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah.
Gio Robles is the one that's always back.
Exactly. Gio Robles is usually in. He hurt his knee last week. He will not see action tonight. Jaden Wilson will be back to receive. High snap, Biscaglia will be kicking off. Line drive, end-over-end kick will be picked up at the 12-yard line and tackled almost immediately at the 15. And that's where Imperial will have the ball stuck way back at their own 15-yard line to start off this ballgame.
The tackle by Landon Jaden Prater.
So for the Tigers, quarterback Jaden Ayala went 11 of 24, 125 yards last week, and it seemed to get receivers open, but it was all a timing issue. That's what Yeah, early in the season with the quarterback and his receivers. Once that timing gets down, then I think the Tigers will start to roll.
At least 4 behind the defense. There should have been TDs.
Yeah.
At least.
Jared Nix to go wide to the left side. And now he's told by the referee to go to the sideline for some kind of wardrobe malfunction, something on his knee, pad or something. So he's going to go to the sidelines. He'll be replaced by Brandon Felix for the Tigers. Ayala quarterback, and hand it up the middle. And slipping just as he got ready to make a move is via Campos. And there'll be a little bit of a gain, about 3 yards, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, he slipped. He kicks that out to the outside. I think he gets at least another 5-10 yards. I'm looking for Nixon. I can't spot him up there.
Yeah, he went.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there was something they were pointing to on his knee, like a knee pad or something. So I don't know. He's still out.
I thought maybe he was bleeding.
And Felix coming wide to the near side, hand off again up the middle to Villacampos. He'll grind some yardage out. Or actually, the handoff this time is going to go to Julian Jimenez. The JJ will get out to about the 20-yard line, but the Tigers are going to be looking at a 3rd down and 5 on the 20.
Oh, gosh. No wonder I couldn't see the ball. I've seen all the linemen up here close to the 25 or the 20.
So just a couple of yard gain on that for Jimenez.
Let's see.
And now Villacampos should come out wide to the near side.
Yeah, he's in Nixon's spot there.
So Nixon's still on the sideline, back to pass Ayala. Double pump fakes and way over the head of the intended receiver, Jaden Wilson. Would have been good for the 1st down if he got a little bit of a touch on it, but he's rifled it out there, and the Tigers will need to punt after going 3 and out on their first possession of the game. 0-0 score here in Holtville. And going back deep to receive for the Vikings.
I can't see the number.
It's got to turn just, looks like it's number 10, so it'll be Firmino Velarde.
And he's got a pretty release. It's just he's up high with everything.
It seemed like the timing is just a little bit off. And back to punt. Well, Robles, left-footed kicker, gets end over end, and it bounces off the hand of the Vikings receiver. I think he got onto it, though. Back at the 44-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will have the ball 1st and 10. After on 44, you know, with a line drive end over end like that, if you don't catch it, that thing could roll back to the end zone, you know. So you had to go try to make a shot on it, and just kind of got away from it a little bit. But the Vikings have the ball, on 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was looking into the sun, but it's down.
Yep.
Yeah, that was tough right there.
Yeah, no sunset tonight, but we do have a half a moon in front of us.
Sure do.
8:19 to go in this first quarter play. No score. The Vikings and the Tigers. 2nd possession for the Vikings in the game. They go from a power right. 2nd back through gets the call, and it'll be Griffin Garcia who will get out across the 45 to about the 47. Give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Joel Villacampos stopped him, and then Ethan Reeves laid a hit on it.
So
Lucky he didn't fumble on that.
For Garcia, 18 yards on 4 carries early in this contest.
J.J. Jimenez.
And comes out of the game and coming in to replace him, Jaden Lopez.
He's asking for help.
Vikings will stay in the I formation and try to draw the Tigers offside. They can't do it, and then the handoff's going to go up the middle. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he got close to it. And it's going to be Griffin Garcia once again, but a 3rd down and 7 coming up. No gain on that play.
Gordon Malik, I'm trying to find out what grade. Oh, he is a sophomore. Had his first tackle for the Tigers for the night. Big boy. Just had him, lost him already.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings from their own 47-yard line. And also 2nd back through again, and this time he's going to get the 1st down and then a little bit more as coming into the tailback slot and getting the 1st down will be Hector Sanchez. And it's a 1st down in Tiger territory at the 45-yard line after an 8-yard gain.
Good job by the receiver, just holding his block on the DB for the Tigers. Then you get good cut to the inside.
Got to really credit that Holtville line, too, on that. They were able to get a nice little hole for him, and then he just scampered through. He'll stay in the lineup as a second back through. Braden Carroll will be at the fullback, hand off again, and skirting to the outside will be Sanchez, and Sanchez will get about 4 yards to the Tiger 41.
Yeah, Campos and Bo's in getting his first tackle of the night. Yeah, Campos with his second. Same play, that's what they're doing right off tackle.
Yep. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
So gain of 4, second down and 6 from the Tiger 41. 12 yards on 3 carries for Sanchez in the game. Had a touchdown and 73 yards rushing last week in their victory over Southwest. Hand it off to the fullback up the middle, and Terrell will get grinding yards out across the 41 to about the 37-yard line. Make it the 38. So third down and 3 will be coming up after that gain of 3. Nothing fancy, just grinding up the middle.
I didn't expect this against the front line for the Tigers. Yes, Levi Mincher with the second tackle of the night for the Tigers. He got his arms around the running back and did not let go. Good job as a sophomore.
So third down and 3 from the Tiger 38.
Now he got him out. He just, same thing with 75. He pointed down at something, brought him out.
Oh. Yeah. Just pulling the...
Okay, I don't understand.
The knees to be exposed, I guess. That's all I can look at. As his pant leg had gone up above his knees and a timeout on the field. 5:02 to go in this first quarter of play, and it's the Vikings 0 and the Tigers 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
So the Vikings on the 3rd and 3 from the Tiger 38-yard line. They'll stick with that I formation. It's been a success for him. Handed off second back through, and it'll be Sanchez, and he's going to be just a yard short at the 36-yard line after getting stopped after a 2-yard gain. 4th down and 1 coming up.
What do you do? Still early.
Yeah, they're going to need to go for it. But what do they call? They're getting 2 or 3 yards on every play, so... This is the 7th play of this drive, and all of them have gotten at least 2 yards except for one play, and one went for 8. So for the 4th down and 1 from the Tiger 36, the Vikings will set up again with an I formation. Gagley at quarterback under center, and it off second back through.
Got it.
Putting his head down, we'll get to the 35. Looks like he has the first down. And it will be. They're going to say it went to the 34, so a gain of 2. 1st and 10 Vikings.
Good fight. Even Esquives went at it, and he got the yardage he needed.
16 yards on 5 carries for Hector Sanchez. All of it on this drive. So new set of downs. They move the chains. 1st and 10, Tiger 34-yard line. Holtville with the ball. Ending this quarter offensively. Taking the handoff. Skagley goes back to pass. As receiver, in and out of his hands. I think it was tipped at the last moment.
It was.
It looked like that Brandon Felix came through with a little tip just as the ball got there.
And he almost swiped at it and missed it because he was too early. I don't know who the other defender was, but I guess 22. And little Eddie Martinez, I believe. Yeah, Eddie Martinez.
Double coverage, but the receiver got behind it. Yeah. So Scogley, after completing his first 2 passes for 13 yards, is now 2 incompletions in a row. Second down and 10 from the Tiger 34-yard line. And they'll go for the
coming this way.
Shotgun formation.
It's coming this way.
And they'll put Griffin Garcia, and he'll hand off going the other way. And he sticks on his feet, gets down grinding inside the 30-yard line to about the 28 before being brought down after a gain of 6. Looked like it was going to be a gain of nothing.
Yeah,
and he got 6 yards out of that.
Great fight. He took Villacampos and 28. Both in. And just carried them. They had him at the line of scrimmage, too. One of the linemen did.
6 carries, 24 yards for Garcia. This 2-man running back, Griffin and Garcia. Third down and 4 from the Tiger 28. Visconti's just going to run it to the near side. Has a couple blockers in front of him, puts his head down, continues.
He took the ball.
Taken away. Is it Villacampos?
Villacampos took it away.
Took the ball away from him at the 25-yard line, and the Tigers have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 33.
He put his head down to follow the blocker, and Villacampos went around just like that last year.
Right. Exactly. Just ripped it out of his hands and started running.
I said, wait, did I just see that? I wasn't for sure.
Oh.
And then Villacampos started tripping. I think he got too excited. Good job by Hotel.
So that's going to be no gain for Visconti, and then Villacampos, the fumble recovery.
The Vikings were moving the ball so well.
Oh, yeah. The Tigers' defense needed to have something big come up. And, well, certainly did that for them. And now Jared Nixon comes back into the lineup for the Tigers, comes to the near side. Going on to the far side will be Brandon Felix. And now Felix will come over to the near side. Jaden Lopez will go to the right, the white side of the field. It looks like Jimenez also. Handoff goes up the middle, and nothing there. Now Jimenez is the one who gets the ball carry. It's Jaden Wilson that's on the far side, but Jimenez gets the call, and nothing there. No gain at all. Second down and 10.
Adam Toten. Mark Toten, right? Who went the class ahead of us?
Yeah, I believe so. So second down and 10 with no gain on that one. Tigers just not able to get the ball going.
No, but these guys, they have 8 inside the box here.
Yep.
8 defenders inside. They're expecting to run. Look how far back the line.
Back to pass Ayala. Going to pass it way up high, and Jaden Wilson can't get up there to get it. It's going to fall incomplete. Be a third down now. Third down and 10.
He's got to adjust. Same thing we were saying last week. Got to make that adjustment. Third and 10.
Yep, 2:21. No score in this game. Tigers are going to call timeout with 2:21 remaining in this first quarter. It's the Vikings 0 and the Tigers 0.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
So the Tigers facing a third down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Have not been able to move the ball at all. Big handoff back to pass Ayala. Throws it over the head of Villacampos, who's open out in the flat. And the Tigers will once again go 3-and-out.
That's tough to take right there. Running back all by himself. All he has to do is...
It's got to get a little touch.
That's it. Everything's overthrown.
Yep. So Robles will go back to punt once again and deep to receive for the Vikings, and he'll go back to his own 35-yard line. Will be Fermin Velarde. I was saying 85 degrees tomorrow in Idaho, a little warm. And Lee Elder checking in, and Talmadge saying 76 degrees. Nice punt by Robles. Be fielded at the 34-yard line, breaking a couple of tackles out to the 45, then hit at the 46-yard line and brought down to South Point. Good job, Jimenez, with the tackle. Didn't feel like that.
Good hustle. I didn't like the way this kid knee bent, though. He even threw the ball.
Lee Elder also comes up. He's saying that it sounds like the refs have made knee pads a point of concentration. I think that's what it is. Each year there's something like that from officiating groups, and first time we've seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy here.
But that's
the other one said no. I don't know this one.
That's what it seemed like it was, because I know he was pointing his knee with Jared, and then the Holtville player came over and had to pull his pant leg down to cover his knee. So I guess that's what they can do. Sounds fair enough. If it's a deal where you don't want injuries for safety's sake, then I'm all for it. So the Vikings have the ball 1st and 10. They're on 36-yard line. They get the 46-yard line. And penalty flag before the snap of the ball. And it's going to be offsides against the Tigers. They tried to draw Imperial off earlier in the game and wasn't able to do it. And now they were able to get it done.
They got him 55. They got him 55. Esquivel.
So they get a 1st and 5 now at the Tiger 49. Handoff goes around the right side, and Sanchez will get the first down and then some before getting ran out of bounds at around, let's see what they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. So a gain of 10.
Excellent blocking. I cannot believe the blocking by the running backs.
Flag? I don't see a flag, but the referee's talking about it.
Still don't see it.
I don't see the flag either. And we don't have a two-tone blue field to say we don't see the yellow flag.
Against the Tigers. Okay.
It's going to go against the Tigers. They'll decline that and take the 10-yard first down. So another first down for the Vikings down at the Tiger 39-yard line.
Maybe not. We got a timeout.
We got a timeout on the field with 2:01 remaining in the first quarter of play. It's the Vikings 0, the Tigers 0.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers.
So the Vikings were the 1st and 10 of the Tiger 39-yard line. Kathy Johnson is saying at Alpine 73 degrees. That'll be kind of nice right now. And she also chimed in 50 years, and here we are. All three of us still together after 50 years. Handoff goes up the middle over right tackle once again to Sanchez, and he'll get a couple of yards to the 37. So 2nd down and 8 from the 37.
Yeah, Campos in on the tackle again for the Tigers. I got him the 5th tackle of the night. Busy night.
He's been all Vikings. 52 yards, so make it 55 yards of rushing for the Vikings. To the Tigers, 5. That's how this quarter has gone. With a minute and a half to go, but still no score.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. Vikings haven't won but once in the last 15 years, lost the last 10 in a row, but they're trying to change that tonight. Doing a good job of it so far. Handoff second back through again is Sanchez, and man, he's getting a forward push by the line all the way inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, a gain of 3, but a 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Vikings.
Max Alvarez with the first tackle of the night, but he's making the tackle and then moving backwards.
Right. He's not pushing back. They're getting a good look.
They don't do that to the line normally.
Right.
Great combat.
And you have to also consider you got 100-degree temperatures, and the defense has been on the field almost the entire quarter.
Yeah.
Tigers have gone 3 and out twice.
They need some help, that's for sure.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Tigers. Hand it off to the right side this time, putting his head down, getting some yardage. Penalty flag goes down. Griffin Garcia, the ball carrier, to the 31-yard line. but a penalty flag, and there may see a hold against the Vikings. We have Jonathan listening. We can see. See what
that was.
Hold is.
He thought you were the smartest.
I was the smartest guy around. How did you know that? I go, Jonathan, didn't you see the hold? And of course, it was just where the flag is. You could be right most of the time. Then when he found that out, then all of a sudden I wasn't so smart anymore. I shouldn't have told him.
No. I didn't see the call, but I'm sure it was holding.
Yeah, it was a hold against the Vikings. It'll bring it back to the 42-yard line. So third down now, and about 13 is it taken from the point of the infraction.
That'll help us. 30 seconds left in this quarter.
Clock running.
I think they're going to
run it out, yeah. Because they're going to use that phantom wind behind them because there is zero wind tonight. There's just nothing out there.
It's not bad in here.
No, it's nice in here. Get outside. There's zero wind. And I'm not sure. Now they're going to get one more play out. But Scogley will. Reverse. Fumble. Tigers are going to pick it up. Running to the goal line now for the Tigers will be Danny Escobar. He's going to be tackled at the 33-yard line of the Vikings, and the Tigers get the possession. And if they don't get that and punt, we're way back near our goal line. Yeah. Look at all the territory we get with the extra run on top of that. And the Tigers, who was it that got the fumble recovery?
55.
So 2 fumble recoveries by the defense. Danny Escobar was able to come up with the fumble recovery and run.
6 foot, 200 pounds.
He is rumbling, too.
Yeah, he was.
The Tigers 1st and 10 at the Viking 33. One more play left to this quarter. Nixon will come out to the near side.
I would love to see him take advantage of this side here.
6'4". Anoff goes up the middle and running into just a wall. And coming up defensively, Duke Strom just stood up, the ball carrier for the Tigers, for just a couple of yard gain, and it was for Jimenez on the gain. And that will be the end of this first quarter. Here in Holtville, it's the Vikings 0 and the Tigers 0.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
You're listening to Tiger Football on KXO Radio, 1230 AM, El Centro, California, and also on the YouTube channel and KXORadio.com. Tigers now heading toward the west side of the stadium. Pass over the middle, going to complete it. It'll be good for a first down. The first one of the night for the Tigers as it's completed deep into the territory of the Vikings to Jaden Lopez. Nice pass from my guy.
Now that was a good pass. Yep. Right on the money. Never broke straight on that.
Tigers get it down to the 20-yard line. And Anoff Jimenez finds a hole to the left side. It stood up at the line of scrimmage, but carries the defender for 5 yards. And it'll be a second down now for the Tigers, 2nd and 5. And the ball down to 15-yard line.
Fermin Velarde made a hit on JJ. That was a good hit between the two.
Hand it off over right tackle. And again, it's going to be Jimenez, and he'll get down to the 9-yard line this time. And that should be pretty close to the first down. I believe the Tigers should have it. And it will be a first and goal from the 9. But maybe that fumble recovery on the defense has made a difference with this Tiger team.
That was a pick-me-up they needed.
Yep.
They sure were flat.
Yep. Jimenez behind Ayala. Ooh, get the handoff, and man, the Vikings are waiting on that. It's going to be a loss in the play back to the 12. A loss of 3.
There was a breakdown. Now, 3 defenders right up the middle. Hector Sanchez is the one that on number 9. Landon Fraser for the Vikings. No, I think the quarterback even had an opportunity to keep that one because there were 3 defenders right on top of him as soon as he handed off.
So the loss will bring it back to the 12-yard line. First and goal, Tigers from the 12. Heading left or right on your dial or your computer and heading toward the west side of the stadium in Holtville and back to pass Ayala. Got to go in the corner of the end zone for Nixon. Touchdown. A jump ball. We're gonna, yes, it is a touchdown. At first I thought he was going to say no, but he jumped up and got that, and the Tigers are up 6-0.
Oh, I wish I would have mentioned. I was just going to tell you that look at the height difference between those two.
Oh, yeah.
At least a foot.
Well, when they were lined up over to our left over here, and you could see the height difference.
Oh, yeah, that's what. And one-on-one, and then it's one-on-one.
What a great basketball player he is.
Oh.
A jump ball, and he's up there for it.
Without him last year, we don't win the CIF championship. And I'll tell you what, he played his heart out.
Robles in for the extra point attempt. The ball is down, left-footed kicker, it's up, and it is good. It's no good. They went out to the left, apparently. So it did. They said, no, didn't make it through. So with 10:26 to go in the first half of play, it's the Tigers 6 and the Vikings 0.
K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. K Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. K Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Scoring drive for the Tigers, 6 plays, 33 yards, and just used a minute and 37 seconds on the clock. And it's capped by the first touchdown pass of the season for Jaden Ayala, and it will go to Jared Nixon. The extra point, no good, 6-0 Tigers. With 10:26 to go in this first half.
I can't see the number. It might be 22 back there.
I think 22 was out earlier back there, and that is Braden Carroll.
It's on his knee.
And it's going to be a short one, and a fair catch was caught. Velarde will have to, actually it's Garcia, and Griffin will be downing the ball around the 25. Looks like where they're going to have it at. So up until the fumble recovery and return by the Tigers, Danny Esquivel, it was all Holtville at that point. And then the Tigers got a couple of nice passes from Ayala. And I'm like you. We got a guy that's 6'4", jump ball, man, and just throw it up there and let him go get it. And he looks so smooth in getting that, too.
In that passing, that's all they did. That's all they did. Throw it up high and let him go get it between him and Robles.
Handoff goes up the middle and getting a couple of yards on the play is Hector Sanchez. Not getting up and moving back to the huddle as gingerly as he was before. 2nd down and 8 from the 27.
Jeff Pan checking in again. He said it when his son was playing is when they beat the Tigers, and he had 2 touchdowns for the night. And he's just saying, now hopefully the Vikings don't run out of gas.
Oh, fumble in the back, and there was a fumble on that. And the Tigers are saying they may have it. I think the Tigers may have it.
32.
It is. The Tigers are going to recover it. That's the 3rd fumble recovery of the game. Joshua Keys comes up with it, and the Tigers have the ball deep in Viking territory at the 26-yard line.
Was he under center? I think he was under center and never got the snap. When he stepped back, he stopped and he's looking for the ball.
So the 3rd fumble recovery by the Tigers defense. So the defense stepping up big for Imperial. Offense getting things going. And the Tigers with a 6-0 lead going to try to add on to it here halfway through the second quarter play. It's 6-0 Imperial at this point. But the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. And it'll be at the Viking 26-yard line.
You got JJ coming in, running back. Villacampos
come in as a
Slot back?
from one side, slot, and now moves over to the right side. Nixon is the lone receiver, deep left, hand off to Jimenez up the middle. He's got some good eye to be able to see where he needs to go. He's got good vision out there. He'll get inside the 25-yard line to about the 24.
He does the only thing, he's run straight up. Hopefully they'll get him to bend over just a hair. Same thing with the Ethan Reeves last week.
But it's a 23, so Villacampas will get 3 yards out of that one. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 from the 23.
Campos again, slot back.
And off Jimenez up the middle. And Jimenez will actually be his 2nd carry in a row. And this time he'll get to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. Not the 21.
Trying to get you a name on the tackler. Cannot find it. For me, Bernard, there he is. Couldn't find his name.
Ball to the 20 after a 3-yard gain.
Under center. 7 jump.
Yep. There's going to be some movement.
18 and 7 jump. But he did go in the center. First time we've seen that one.
It went from a 3rd down and 3 and moved back 5 to make a 3rd down and 8 and put it back to the 25-yard line.
Trying to figure out who's missing their tight end. We're missing somebody at tight end. Darian Romo's in there right now.
So 3rd down now and 8 from the 25 for Imperial. Jimenez will stay in the backfield with Ayala. Villacampas going slot left. Again, Dixon, the only wide receiver. He's way out deep to the left side, the wide side of the field. Ayala goes back to pass. Going to go to the deep ball again to Nixon. And there's going to be it's going to be a pass interference against Holtville as their defensive back just runs through. He really didn't have much of a chance. He had to do that or it's a touchdown. So the penalty will go against Holtville. That'll give the Tigers a 1st down.
That actually was a good play by the defender.
Yeah, he had to do that. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. I don't think he's any down on that.
What a good problem to have, though, between him and Gio Rosa. 265.
Gio Pack, Such a great athlete. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the program tonight, he hurt his knee, his right knee last week at West Hills, and is not suited up tonight. Unknown when he'll be able to return. Ball will be placed at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 12.
Yeah, I don't know if you've never had a chance to watch the Tigers basketball team.
Oh, I did, and man, how fluid he is running up and down the court.
6'7", 6'5", 6'5", 6'3", line.
And off Jimenez. It goes from the left side over to the right side, but not any yardage. Maybe a yard. Be a 2nd down and 9 from the 11. 13 yards on 7 carries for Jimenez.
I'll tell you that for me and Bernardo is all over the place. I don't know how many tackles we've got, but probably every other run by Tigers is on.
He's also playing both ways, though. He's out there a lot. And on a warm night like this, boy,
that's what Jeff was just mentioning.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't run out of gas.
Yep. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers from the Viking 11. Tigers leading at 6-0 here in the 2nd quarter of play with 7:29 to go. Back to pass Ayala. Look out there, flat. He's wide open. His Villacampas is just out throwing.
Oh, gosh. And it's not like, it's 5 feet over his head.
And well designed because this time Nixon was running a post pattern and got all the attention going that way.
Everybody followed. He's got to make that adjustment.
So 3rd down and 9 from the 11.
Come on.
And it's come out on the field. 7:23 to go in this first half of play. It's the Tigers 6 and the Vikings 0.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
So the 3rd down and 9. The Tigers are the ball at the 11-yard line of the Vikings. 3 wide receivers to go to the left side. Back to pass. Ayala throws over the middle. Going to complete it near the goal line. It's going to be about a yard short, but a first and goal. Brandon Felix is in on the catch. His first one of the night. And, in fact, his first reception of the season, it'll put it at the 1-yard line. First and goal, Tigers.
Pretty little snack. This stop by Bryce Biscaglia, too. Just stopped him short of the touch. TD there.
10-yarder on that one. And the Tigers are the first and goal at the 1. Jimenez in the backfield with Ayala, who goes in the shotgun. Now we'll go under center. Ayala will try to take it in himself. We'll push from front, push from the back. Touchdown.
Got it.
Tigers.
I don't know which one of the linemen wrapped his arms around the thing.
He was pulling. Jimenez was pushing from behind, and it was enough to get him across the goal line. And the Tigers now lead it by a score of 12-0.
That was cute. Oh, it was Jordan Malik.
His first touchdown, varsity running, I believe, for Ayala. And again, set up by the fumble recovery by Joshua Keys, deep in Holtville territory. 6-play drive. And the Tigers are going to go for 2. No surprise there. They'll have 3 wide left, 1 wide right. He menaces in the backfield of Ayala. Fake the handoff. Back to pass, rolling to his left, looking into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone by Martin Torres. So the Tigers are not going to get the extra points on both their touchdowns.
Now he underthrows.
Yeah,
when did he throw
way underthrown. You're right.
Here we go.
But the Tigers get the points on the board, thanks again to the defense's recovery of a fumble, and with 6:42 to go in this first half of play, it's now the Tigers 12 and the Vikings 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
6-play, 26-yard drive for the Tigers, and a 1-yard blast by quarterback Jaden Ayala, his first of the year. 2-point conversion, no good. Tigers lead 12-0. Robles into kickoff once again. Line drive kick that will go right straight to the end zone. Wow, that thing didn't get 10 feet off the ground. Just drilled it into the end zone. And that's where the Vikings will have the ball back to their own 20-yard line. And, we've mentioned over the years when you have a kicker that can do that, and Santiago de la Torre comes up first in my mind. Gosh. It's like it was automatic. It's going to go to the end zone. And for the opposing team, how depressing that would be to start off on your 20 every single time.
And you get pumped up and to get the return.
Right.
You just take the wind out of your sails.
It certainly does.
I wish I knew where he went. Oh, Marine. I think you went to the Marine.
All right.
Great athlete.
Yep. Outstanding athlete. The Biscaglia in the shotgun will hand it off over right tackle, and diving to get some yardage on the play is going to be Hector Sanchez, and it will be good for about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 from the 23.
Jaden Lopez was able to trip him up.
36 yards, but he's carried it 10 times in his first half. Conditioning. 2 wide left, 1 wide right for the Vikings. Hand it off again over right tackle to Sanchez, and he will get out to about the 25. They get to 26. So a gain of 3. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Big 3rd down for the Vikings.
We'll get that one to Aaron Arispe. First word of the night.
Hand it off for the 3rd time in a row. Sanchez in the middle. He's not going to make it. Tigers are going to stop him at the 27 or 28-yard line after a gain of a yard. And the Vikings backed up toward their goal line. They're going to need to punt and get this out of the way. I don't think they'll try it on this.
No, there's too much time.
Yeah. And they're deep.
Sure taking their time. Oh, he's going back in.
Their own 27-yard line. A 4th and 3 coming up, unless they're going to try to draw the Tigers outside and then punt. 40 yards on 12 carries for Hector Sanchez. A little over half of what he had last week against Southwest in their 22-0 victory. This time Sanchez will go to the left side of the sky. Yeah.
Too much time already? Oh,
timeout called by the Vikings with 5:06 to go in this first half of play. Tigers 12, Vikings 0.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Roy Platt listening in back in Melissa, Texas. They have a new stadium there. He's probably happy because the Tigers are leaving 12-0, and then they got a new stadium in Melissa.
Oh, okay.
Watch the games back there tomorrow night. Because usually he's watching Melissa playing football and then listening to us on the radio.
Yeah.
So they concentrate on one each night.
Life is good. Life is good.
Faking the handoff. Scotty is going to run to the near side. He pump fakes on the throw. He's going to barely get the first down. Just getting across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3 and a first and 10 for the Vikings.
I thought it was a hold on 64, but
good athlete.
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know how tall he is. He sure is lanky.
Don't think it lists
Oh,
on
it
there.
doesn't.
So the Vikings will have 3 wide receivers on this. Scotty will be in the back with Sanchez, who gets the call over left tackle, and he's going to be
Base man.
Yeah, I thought he got underneath it.
64 is asking for it too.
Yeah, I think it seemed like he got underneath it, but I think they were stating their case that it didn't work. It'd be a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 from the 32.
Joshua Keys and Levi Mincher combined for the tackle. The JJ had him. Get away from JJ.
Yep. Fake the handoff. Scully going to run around to the right side. Going to throw a short little pass. Going to complete it out to the 35-yard line. Still in his speed and pushing. We'll get the first down. And we'll get all the way to the 45-yard line. A great job on the reception and the extra running by Brock Burnett. Great job.
Wow. That was 7 yards with at least 3 Tigers, maybe 4.
All the way up to the 45. Ends up being a 13-yard pass play.
Impressive.
Yep. Faking the handoff one way and running to his left. Going to complete it. Hit immediately. And once again, it's going to go to Burnett. But he gets an extra 2 yards after the catch again. Getting it to the Tiger 47-yard line.
JJ Jimenez tried to pick him up, but he wouldn't allow him. And he still gained 2 yards after that.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 2 after a gain of 8.
Oh, he got hit.
The handoff up the middle. I don't think he's going to get the first down or close to it. He's going to be right near the 45-yard line of the Vikings.
Big hit by Ezra Avila.
Will be just enough yardage for the first down. Griffin Garcia, the carrier on that, will get the 2 yards on the first down. 26 yards on 7 carries.
That was a big hit. I thought it was a fumble the way they kept moving, but it's 2 linemen.
I'll get a quick pitch out to the right side, getting some good yardage again. He's wide open all the way down to the 36-yard line before being brought down. It's going to be a gain of 9 for Garcia and a 2nd down and 1 coming up. All of a sudden, and now Vikings move right down the field.
You know, we sure changed a lot of our defense. We got some new players in there. I didn't call them out. I'm sorry.
Second down in a yard for the Vikings. And coming back into the ball game for him be Hector Sanchez. Fake the handout to him. Escalia running out to his left side, looking downfield. Pump fake. Now he's going to run, get around out of bounds. Nowhere to go on that, but he's going to get enough yardage for the first down.
Everybody was covered. Yep. Good job, that Tiger. He still got it, though.
I think he got the first down. I'm not sure. It's putting it right at the 35-yard line, but I think it is. I think.
He just called.
Okay.
The Whitecap just called.
So 1st and 10 now at the 35.
So our defense is back. That's what we did. We had other defenders on there. Now we're all back.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. At their own 35. Escalia just going to direct run to the right side, turns the corner, gets inside the 30-yard line, dives down to about the 26, and about 8 yards on that one. Be a 2nd down and 2. Put at the 27-yard line. All of a sudden, there's a lot of running room out there.
That's all he has to do.
Takes the handoff up to the right, runs to the left, pump fake, now throws it, going to complete it. Gets knocked down as soon as he lets go of the ball, but he'll get the first down, completing the pass to Braden Carroll. And the Vikings have the ball 1st and 10, and there's the Tiger, 23. Make it 22-yard line.
22.
Yeah, gain of 5.
Yeah, Campos and Little Martinez. For the tackle for the Tigers. Over.
High snap, but Scotty's going to go all the way back to the 36 to cover it.
After moving the ball so good. Timeout, Holtville.
And a timeout on the field. Holtville will call a timeout with just a minute 33 to go in his first half, and the Vikings trailing the Tigers 12-0.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Minute 33 to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 12-0. Vikings have the ball with a 2nd down and a long ways. They're back at their own, or at the Tiger 36-yard. And Muskogee is going to go deep, and as a receiver tipped out of the way at the last moment, coming up, Eddie Martinez will tip it away. Intended receiver El Padilla, maybe? Nope, it's going to be Firmino Velarde was the intended receiver. Nice timing by Martinez.
Down. If he was 5'7", he'd get intercepted.
Yeah.
That would be. I know his dad. I coached his dad.
I'll let you deal with that one.
I coached his dad when he played varsity baseball. Here we go.
So the 3rd down. And about 24, back to pass. Now they again throws it deep as a receiver. Tipped away at the last moment again. Again coming up with a great tip at the last moment.
Last moment.
Wow.
Brandon Felix, way to come across. Oh, we got a penalty flag back here at the 45. They're saying 4th down. Let's see what he calls here. Roughing the passer. Automatic first or no? Do we have an automatic first in high school? They had a good rush, though.
Yeah.
Good rush.
Got to play with control, though.
Yeah.
That's going to give them that 15-yard penalty. Will give that 14 yards that they lost a moment ago and give them the extra yards. It's going to be 4th down and 9 from the 21.
With 1:24 left the first half. Well, they got to pass it. They're not going to be able to run from here.
Actually, it is an automatic first down, so there's going to be a 1st and 10. It'll put the ball at the 21, so new set of downs with a minute 24 to go in the half. Scotty will have Sanchez in the backfield. High snap. Penalty flag goes down. May have some movement.
Yep, Holtville.
Yep.
He's pointing this way.
Yep. Movement before the snap of the ball. So we'll bring it back 5, make it a 1st and 15, and put it back to the 26. We'll run the stats for you, recap the scoring at halftime, and also look how these two teams have had long streaks over the years. We'll kind of take a look at that at halftime. We'll look at the rankings, try to get to other scores. Actually, we're the only game, so there's no other scores. We'll tell you about who's going to be playing tomorrow night.
There we go.
Back to pass Pascali. This time a good snap to him. He'll throw deep under the right side as a receiver, and he's going to catch it. Touchdown.
Oh,
coming up with
flag. Oh, it's probably gets tough. He was all hands on there.
And trying to see a number 87. There's no 87s. Do you want to see who the receiver was on that?
87.
Yeah, but we don't have an 87. If we can find out who 87 is.
No idea.
Thing. So anyway, the touchdowns are going to come. It's going to be a 26-yarder. And hopefully we can find out who the receiver was. He's not listed.
Yeah. The announcer has no idea.
They don't know either. So
yeah, that was under its own, and Eddie never looked back. If he looked back, he knocked that down the rim instead.
Yeah, it floated out there long ways over in the far corner.
That was a good throw, though. It was probably 50 yards in the air.
And they're going to call pass interference against the Tigers. Of course, that'll be declined. And
on the kickoff, he pointed it this way.
They could go within 5 of the Tigers. Actually, they can. You're going to go for 2. They can hand the second back through. He's going to get the extra 2-point conversion. Griffin Chart Garcia. So with a minute 11 to go in his first half, it's now Imperial 12 and Holtville 8.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
How about this 16-play drive that will go 80 yards? Okay, thank you. 16 plays, 80-yard drive using 5 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock. 26-yard touchdown pass by Pascalia. That's his first touchdown pass of the season. And the extra 2-point conversion from Griffin Garcia, and the Tigers lead from 12-0 to 12-8. We got a brand new ball game.
Yep. So that was 87 was Jonel Zamora for the Vikings. 87.
Okay.
Lionel
Zamora. And the kickoff will go back to the 12-yard line and bringing it out to across the 30 to the 34. Jaden Wilson.
Yeah.
And the Tigers will have a minute and 5 before the break to try to get something going.
So when David and I were coaching Italy, Jaden was one of our 9-year-olds on the 12 and under. Very fast.
Showed pretty good speed right there.
Yeah, Mike Lopez is his grandpa.
I'll bring up Michael Basin was supposed to be late.
Oh, that's right. Sure he told me it was his birthday.
Right, Mike's birthday, so happy birthday,
Mike.
Back in Magnolia, Texas.
Old Wilo Obeso. With the long hair, remember that?
Back to pass. Ayala is going to throw over the middle and jumping up and getting the ball tipped away at the last moment. And was intended for via Campos, and will fall incomplete. Second down and 10. Stops the clock with 59 seconds.
Griffin Garcia came back to knock that down. Good recovery. It was underthrown. He got hit as soon as we released. Good try, though. Good try. Good pass. That was a good pass. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm. 33 yards of passing for the Tigers. 43 yards of passing for the Tigers with a touchdown for Ayala. We'll recap the scoring and the stats for you at the half. Back to pass Ayala again. Going to throw it deep. Just launches it deep as a receiver, but it goes out of bounds. It was intended for Jaden Wilson, but it was just thrown a little bit out of bounds. Off the clock, though, it gives them more chances also.
Jaden got behind him. He outran that defender. Yeah. He just threw it out of bounds. A little too far to the outside.
You're giving time for them to do something if you don't get a first down.
We got my sister Elsa and brother-in-law Bill listening from Oceanside. I wasn't going to say anything because they tuned us out after we came to shout out last week. Embarrassing. And then we dropped off the air.
And we did what'd you do? Ayala fakes the handoff, going to run it himself, has a little bit of room to run out across the 40 to the 44, and looks to have enough yardage for the first down.
See where they spot it?
Good job of running.
And they gave it to him.
Yep, that'll be a good one.
South Korea will rep on the far end. Oh, we got it Viking down. 46.2 left.
And can't see who the Viking is, so we'll find out as it's going to be
number 15.
Yeah, Andres Fragoso is the injured player, and while they tend to him with 46 seconds remaining in this first half, it's the Tigers 12, the Vikings 8.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The injured player making it off the field on his own is Fragoso, so it's good news to see him get into there. I'll let you read what Lois.
Yeah, Lois said it was just too hot for them. They went home.
And I'm not going
to say anything else.
I'm not going to say what else you put on there. It was not bad, but I mean, that was too hot for this old lady. I'll go ahead and I'll take the brunt of that one. And Lois, you're not.
No.
I told her it's like the good old days. We used to work at Kxo together years ago, and we're doing live tonight. So it's like the good old days. Low snap, picked up, going to hand it off to Jimenez. Jimenez evades one tackle at the 50, and Vikings carries two up all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Vikings. Great run by Jimenez.
And the kid who tripped him up, I think it was their safety. Can't see the number yet. Old guys. So
that's what's happening.
Number 3, Bryce. Oh, it was Bryce.
17-yard gain on that. Longest gain of the night. Long pass for Nixon, just a little bit out of his reach. Just a bit, though. That's a long pass on a tough one, and he got hit hard right as he got rid of it.
How many linemen are there? We got to do better on our blocking. He's got no time. He's limping pretty fast. He's carrying that left leg.
So 13 seconds remaining. The penalty flag goes down. That might be just a warning on the Viking side to stay back. It might be an encroachment onto the field, but we'll check and see. They were pointing to the sideline, and I don't know whether it's going to be that or something was said on the sideline. I hope that's not the case.
They haven't called it yet. But yeah, my sister also saying it's 68, I believe she said.
In Oceanside, right?
And that didn't see the sun today.
That sounds so nice.
68, no sun, overcast all day.
He was 104 here today.
I was hurt today. It was warm. So we take off tomorrow for Julian and for a week. Be up there with Kathy in 73 degrees.
Yeah, in Alpine. Ooh, kind of nice too. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Tigers. At least they're motioning that it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Vikings. They're tapping the top of the helmet or the top of the hat, which would be.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Vikings.
13.2 seconds.
And there was a dead ball foul. The ball is going to go all the way down to the 24-yard line. Just 13 seconds left in this first half. Ayala goes back to pass, throws it over the middle, and a little bit out of the reach of the intended receiver, falls incomplete. And it was intended for Jaden Lopez. Just uses 3 seconds off the clock. So 10 seconds to go now.
Good read by Fregoso, Andres Fregoso, to break that up. Oh,
So second down now and 10 from the Viking 24. Tigers will send 3 wide receivers to the left side of the field. And Ayala goes back to pass. Going to pass it. Oh, tips off the hands of the intended receiver via Campos. Yeah, usually sure-handed, and that should have been caught, I thought. It's almost like he was running before he got the ball, where he's turning to take off before he got it. So we're going to get a chance to see a field goal attempt by Joel Robles. And we were watching before the game, and he can boot him. He's got some distance.
Oh, I bet he's 45.
This is going to be placed at the 32, so this would be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Oh, he's like seeing these. Oh, wow. The left-footed kicker, ball's on the right hash mark, so he's got a little bit of an angle.
There's only 10 players now.
Tigers have 1 player few, but they can do it. Ball is down. Kick is up. A lot of leg. It's enough leg, and it is good. With 2.4 seconds on the clock, 42-yard field goal by Joel Robles. And the Tigers now take a 15-8 lead. Wow.
Pretty, that was pretty.
That was pretty. Right down the middle. Very nice.
Perfect back then. I don't know why he went down. He sure came up left. It scares me. Oh, he's running. Okay, now.
2.4 seconds left on the clock in this first half, and the Tigers add on 3 more points. Well, Robles with a 42-yard field goal. And
beautiful.
There was a lot more to it, too.
There was a lot more.
Yeah, that was, you could have kicked 50, I think, on that.
Before the game, I was watching. He hit it from 45 easily.
So just 2.4 seconds left on the clock.
Little squib kick.
That's what I'm thinking, squib kick.
Yeah. Any other time, put as much screen between you and the ball, or the ball in your end zone. But I think this one is to beat it down to the line.
Yep. Just to
take it to the locker room.
Right. Just squib it and call this first half.
So how old is Michael Basil today? Like us in the 40s?
I think so. Yeah, okay. I think he's like 40, 41 maybe. That's all we are, right?
That's right.
I don't know. One of the other.
I started counting backwards at 50. So. I was always bad at math. There we go. I like it. Stay in bounds.
Quick big gap. Stay in bounds. Nope, it went out of bounds. So it'll be placed out the 35-yard line. You don't want to do that, though.
Yeah.
Gives them one chance for a long pass.
To the kick to somebody, let it fall on.
Yep. Kick it down the middle of the field and let it squib, and they're going to have to pick it up, and that's a lot harder to get it down. But now you can just air one out, one more play in this half. Tigers up by 7.
I was throw Nixon back there. Just let him float around. Oh, what was his name? Ethan Ramos. Remember Ethan?
Yeah.
Linebacker?
Oh, yeah.
This is where you'd be perfect for his. He's as fast as the quarterback. All over the place. I used to love to watch him play.
7 plays on that last scoring drive for the Tigers.
Oh, they just
knelt down. Yep, won't try for the long ball. So that's our first half of play. It's been an entertaining one. Hope you've enjoyed it here on KXO Radio, Central California, 1230 on your AM dial and on YouTube and KXORadio.com. The score at halftime is Imperial 15 and Holtville 8. And we'll be back to recap this first half in just a moment.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Wrap up the scoring here in this first half of play. The Tigers took a lead on a 6-play, 33-yard drive after a fumble recovery and capped by the 12-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Ayala to Jared Nixon. An extra point was no good, and with a minute or 10:26 remaining in this first half of play, the Tigers led by a score of 6-0. They would add to it on a 6-play, 26-yard drive with 6:42 to go in the first half on a 1-yard run by Jaden Ayala. The 2-point conversion was no good on the 2-minute, 57-second drive, and the Tigers led by a score of 12-0. But the Vikings would come right back with a minute and 11 to go in the first half on a 16-play, 80-yard drive. Used 5 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock, and 26-yard touchdown pass from Viscalia to Lionel Zamora. The extra 2-point conversion was good by Griffin Garcia, and it was a new ball game. Tigers 12, Vikings 8. But the Tigers would extend that lead with a 7-play, 42-yard drive with 59 seconds, or actually with 2.4 seconds left on the clock, 59 seconds used up on the clock, and a sterling 42-yard field goal by Joel Robles, his first of the year, and the Tigers will lead it 15-8 here at the half. For the Tigers offensively, Jaden Ayala has completed 3 of 10 passes for 43 yards, 12 of that to Jared Nixon on the touchdown, and then two catches for Jaden Lopez, one of 11 yards and one of 10 yards, for the total of 43. But rushing, Julian Jimenez, 8 carries, 30 yards, but 17 was on one of the plays. So the Tigers just not getting the rushing that you'd like to see, although it got better as the half went. 2 carries for 11 yards on the touchdown for Ayala, and 1 carry for 3 yards for Villacampos. So 43 yards passing and 34 yards rushing for the Tigers in the first half. For the Vikings, Viscalia, even though they're not known as a passing team, in fact went 0 for 3 against Southwest last week, has completed 6 of 10 passes for 65 yards in this first half. 26 on the touchdown to Zamora, 2 catches for 21 yards to Brock Burnett, 2 catches for 13 yards to Andre Estrada, and 1 catch of 5 yards to Braden Terrell. And then rushing 41 yards on 13 carries for Hector Sanchez, 35 yards on 8 carries for Griffin Estrada. Viscalia had that 1 snap that went over his head, so he has a net of -2 in the first half. And then 3 yards for Terrell rushing. And so the Vikings with 65 yards in the passing department. We'll add to that 86, 84, 87 yards rushing in the first half. So they have a total of 152 yards of offense. But 3 big fumble recoveries by the Tiger defense. I think that was huge in the first half.
The game right there.
That really is the changer of the game. And we'll take a look at more defensive stats for you as our halftime show continues in just a moment with a score. Imperial 15, Holtville 8.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Halftime score here in Holtville. The Tigers leading the Vikings by a score of 15-8. And George, you have some defensive stats.
Let me get there. I'm sorry. I was talking to one of my old baseball players. He's up in Norco. He transferred up to Norco with the prison system. And I told him to come listen in to us.
Oh, good. And that is?
Angel Lau.
Angel
Lau coached him. I believe I don't remember if he was on JV or varsity, but many moves ago. I love it. He still call me coach. I know.
That's great. That is great.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get the defensive stats here. So I have Joel Villacampos leading the Tigers with 6 tackles, and most of those were in the first quarter because they kept running his side.
Mm-hmm.
Then J.J. Jimenez with 4, and Darren Romo, Levi Bencher, each with 3. What else do I have here? Oh, Aaron Ariste, Danny Esquivel with 2, and then single tackles for Brandon Felix, Jaden Lopez, Eddie Martinez, Bo Zinn, Joshua Key, Jordan Malik, big sophomore in the front line. I like seeing that. Max Alvarez only had 1. That's a shocker there. He's usually one of the leading tacklers. Jose Apodaca from the nose guard position with 1, and then Ezra Favila also with 1.
And big fumble recoveries.
And 3 fumble recoveries.
Right. Danny Esquivel had had 1.
Villacampos.
And Villacampos had 1. And
I didn't write the other one down. My bad.
Look back on my stats and see who the third one was. But those 3 were huge for the Tiger defense to come up with those. Oh, and the other one was Joshua Keys.
Keys, that's right.
Keys had the other.
I didn't write that one down.
So 3 big defensive plays for the Tigers defense, coming up with fumble recovery. One of them was actually stolen away from a Viking running back, and the Tigers, all of those helped set up scores for Imperial.
Still a fumble, right?
Yep.
We call it a fumble?
Yep, that's fumble. That's fumble.
Take away fumble. Yeah.
You know, as we mentioned at the top of the program, and we've mentioned it before in this rivalry, there's a lot of streaks over the years. We used to call it the Holtville game. Later on, it was dubbed the Imperial Valley Classic. To me, it's still the Holtville game. Yeah. I'm old school. But each school has posted consecutive wins over the years at various times. And since records have been kept since 1940, that I was aware of, the schools have met 68 in the next 69 years until the league split after the 2008 season. The Tigers moved up into the Imperial Valley League and Holtville State into the Desert League. The schools did not play in 1957, and the Vikings enjoyed a 7-game win streak against the Tigers from 1953 to 64. That was the longest streak for the Tigers. Were victorious from 72 to 82, which covered 11 games in a row. So turned it over to the Tigers for that 11. After a narrow 14-7 Viking victory in 1983, the Tigers would win the next 4 in a row from 1984 to 87. So that's 15 wins in a 16-year stretch for Imperial. But Holtville would turn it around, win the next 8 in a row from 1988 to 1995. Before a 4-game Tiger win streak from 1996 to 99. Then Holtville followed with 4 in a row from 2000 to 2003 before Imperial's current 10-game streak. So it's been a series of streakiness between these two schools. And right now the Tigers have won the last 10 and 14 of the last 15. But right now holding on to a slim 7-point lead.
Yeah. That last touchdown they scored, or the only touchdown, the defender turns around. That's not a completion.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that picture you just had up. You got to mention that.
Which one is that?
Frank.
Oh, Frank's Grocery.
Frank's Groceries. He just had that up there.
Oh, my God. Frank Graham. And
I'm not going to tell you what
Norma Ruckharber put that on there, and it was, you know, people have asked where it was at, and if you don't remember, it was around the parking lot to the south side of where Johnny's Burritos is where it was at, right there along Imperial Avenue. And Mr. Graham, we'd go in, it'd be really hot in the summertime, we'd ride our bicycles down there, and as soon as you walked in the front door, there was the old Coke machine where, you had to open the lid of it, put your money in, slide the soda over and pull it out. And it was so hot, he'd let us read the comic books for free. So we'd sit down on the edge inside the grocery store, and he'd let us read the comic books and cool off with a nice cold soda.
Well, I heard a story once that somebody going to take the bottle caps off with the straw, drink it right in place.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then use the bottle caps to go see a movie later on, either at the Fox or the Crest, because they have bottle cap.
Keep it in the ice water.
So, oh, man.
But you know what? I remember the smell of that store.
Yeah, I do too.
Remember the smell.
And just that photograph. And we're talking about a photograph that's on the Imperial California Memories page that's on Facebook. And it shows Mr. and Mrs. Graham on the front of that. But Frank's Grocery and TV repair in the back. Bring your tubes in and then check out the tubes to the TV back in those days. But what a fun place to go to.
And then the stairs. Do you remember the stairs going upstairs?
Right. And then you had Imperial Hardware.
The hardware store. That's where it was. The hardware store.
Yeah. Fun times down on Imperial Avenue and Imperial back in those days.
Oh, that's not Gio. Man, he's true.
He's tall, though. Yeah. He's tall like Gio, but Gavin Robles.
Yeah, Gavin Robles.
And he was quarterback last year, but he's got wrapping on his left knee, and Gio's right knee is the one injured. So.
Another one is Lydia's Cafe.
Yeah, Lydia's Cafe was where El Zarafi is at now. Is where Lydia's was at. I remember I was on the farm league team, I think at the age of 10 on the Phillies, and Bill Miller was the coach of the Dodgers. And he had one player quit on the team, so he needed to draft one player up from the farm league. So he came down and saw me, and I remember him we were practicing on a football field. And I remember he came to practice with my dad was walking with him. I thought, I'm in trouble. My dad never came to the practices, and here he is with Mr. Miller, you know. And it was to see if I wanted to get drafted into Little League. And, of course, I said yes. I said, you're probably not going to play very much, not like you're in farm league. I want to be in the majors. So I went up to the majors, and we defeated the Phillies, which Alan Folk still is upset to this day. We talked about it one time because he was on the Phillies, and the Dodgers won, and we got to go to Lydia's, and we could either have a shake or a malt. And I thought, man, life can't get any better than this. You know, we got a shake at Lydia's after a victory in Little League.
Best call you ever made.
Oh, man, it was. We didn't get anything except for maybe a snow cone in Farm League.
Oh,
and here we go to the majors, and it's the big time now.
You brought up some memories right now.
So that was a lot of fun.
Mr. Rose De La Rosa, our coach.
Through the knuckle curve?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a
Delfino Pasurto.
He was my Farm League coach.
Johnny Tamayo. So Alan beat us. Didn't throw no hitter, though. Art hit. Pulled him on the curve, and Art tried to get out of the way and hit right field fence. So it wasn't a no-hitter, but I don't remember if it was 26-0 or 24-0. Next practice, we had to learn the deadly pledge because of that. And I still know it. Really? I still know it. We were at one of the, I think it was they're giving some awards we went to for staff last year for the grandson. I started to say the Little League pledge.
Did you really? Wow. Little flashback.
Yeah. I couldn't believe I did.
Little League pledge.
You remember it? I trust in God. I love my country and will respect its laws. Yep. I will play fair, strive to win, but win or lose, I'll always do my best.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Now it's because of Alan that I have to learn that.
So there you go, Alan, if you're listening in North Carolina.
Yeah, and they're not going to believe this right now. And I did want to mention it, but now that you brought it up, gentleman walked right here in front of him, reminded me, Mr. Miller. As soon as I looked up,
it did.
My gosh, he's right over here somewhere.
Well, he was a great coach.
Yeah.
He was tough.
Man, a few words.
Good,
Yeah, Mr. De La Rosa, I'll tell you what, he spent hours and hours with him, and I will still give private lessons. Never short. Because of this man. He spent hours. Never played baseball in my life. When we moved back from L.A.,
his knuckle curve. That's what he bragged about, his knuckle curve. That's what I always will remember him, is that knuckle curve that he would tell about. Cool memory.
Oh, yeah. And then we put a team together. Lefty Martin, the Freddie, you were also with the third dog for the Cincinnati Reds, Victor Carrillo. We used to go down to Mexicali Hard Sox. Great team. Yeah. So much fun back then.
So the Vikings will be kicking off, going right to left from the west to the east. It's a short kickoff. The Tigers are going to get it at the 25-yard line and going on the far sideline out across the 40-yard line to the 43.
Ooh, who was it?
I'm not sure. I thought it was 12.
It was Wheels.
Yeah.
It is 12.
I don't know. We don't have a 12 on the roster. So I'm not sure, but yeah, he showed some good speed going around to the side.
Oh, Sonny Beltran. Yeah, we have.
Do we?
Sonny Beltran.
Oh, looking on the side, yeah. Sonny Beltran, sophomore, 5'9" and 150.
I never called his name.
And turned the corner and
he was got a
nice return, yeah. So the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 for their own 43-yard line to start off this second half, leading it by a score of 15-8. Ayala, quarterback, after going 3 of 10.
Oh, fumble.
3 yards on a fumble, and Holtville's going to recover it. Just like that, the Vikings have the football. The Tigers, 27-yard line, and coming up with the loose change for Amin Velarde will come up with it. Wow, first play of the second half.
That's Jaden Lopez.
Did I get the wrong side again?
Oh, Jaden Lopez, number 2.
Oh, I thought it was number 10 came up with it.
No, I'm sorry, for us.
For us.
The ball carrier.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, he never got the ball. Never. It was on his tip, never got it. That his first carry for the year? You know?
Yeah,
it is today.
Right?
I don't remember him carrying that.
So the Vikings will have the ball. First and 10, they'll be at the Imperial 36-yard line, and that's going to go over the right side, and Sanchez will carry it, and he'll get pretty good yardage down to the 30-yard line, gain of 6, second down and 4.
Levi Mincher got him with his 4th tackle, sophomore lineman.
Good seeing his dad tonight.
Yeah,
for a minute.
Pastor Matt. Angel Lau said he's tuning in. He was able to find it. For Norco.
And up the middle again and getting no yardage this time. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, not much more, is Hector Sanchez. So it'll be a 3rd down and 4. And we're going to give him a yard on that. Make it 3rd down and 3. And they'll put it at the 29-yard line.
Got 4 or 5 Tigers in on the tackle, but I'm going to give that one to Joshua Keys. He's the one that came out at the bottom of that pile.
Right, had the fumble recovered earlier in the game, so making his mark here in this ball game at Holtville, with the Tigers leading at 15-8. 3rd down and 3 from the Tiger 29. Golly is going to run to the left. Going to pass it. It's just short pass.
Short.
Not going to get the first down, as it got a lot of pressure on that, where he had to get rid of it quick. And it's going to be completed to Burnett.
Esquives. Rush that pass.
Only good for a yard. So it'll be...
That's a good going, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it.
I would just say Busquets could run around the end. That's all I would do. There he goes.
Scully run to the right side. He's wide open for it. He'll get the first down. I think he's going to pump fake and then go throw it. And we'll complete it. We'll get a first down and then some, as it's going to be completed to Burnett. And it will get down to about the 14-yard line. 15-yarder on that.
Nice job. Good read. Yeah. Good read. He held it to the last second. I don't know if he crossed the line of scrimmage or not. Right up the middle.
Up the middle, handoff's going to go and nowhere to go on that as Hector Sanchez gets stopped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Oh, JJ drove him backwards. Got to be the best hit this year for little JJ.
No gain, second down and 10 from the 14. Scully's going to run to the left side this time. Looks down into the end zone. They're going to run it himself. Will get ran out of bounds near the 10-yard line. They'll put it as about the 12. A gain of a couple. 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Oh, poor guy. 32's got a cramp.
Where's the pickle juice? For Villacampos, he's going to have to, no, it's not.
No, it's Villacampos, 32.
Right, Joshua Keys. We're just talking about him. He's going to go down with a cramp, so they're going to call timeout with 9:05 to go in this third quarter play. It's the Tigers 15 and the Vikings 8.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And Keys will jump off the field under his own power. I want to mention Rick Scharf also listening in.
Oh, Rick, that's right.
Rick was supposed to be listening in.
And he's where? Florida?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. I think he was a long ways away.
He is. From the IHS class of 76. Third down and 8 for the Vikings from the Tiger 12-yard line. Yeah, back to Scully. Straight run to the left side. Turns the corner. Gets it up to the 10. Inside the 10 to about the 9. I believe I'm going to look around the corner on that. I think it's about the 9-yard line. So give them a gain of 3, but a 4th down and 5 coming up.
You know what I liked about that? We have Favila and Apodaca way out there to make the tackle.
Yep.
Big old boys got way out there.
Quarterback runs to the right, pump fakes, continues to run to the right, now throws it into the end zone, touchdown.
You got it.
Looked like there was a defender there for the Tigers, but
Then was right there.
right, the ball went right by him. It's going to be completed to Andre Estrada, and the Vikings are now 2-point conversion from taking the lead.
Got somebody else out there with the far into the end zone with the cramp. Can't see who it is. Going off though. Great job by Buscalia there.
Yeah, did a good job.
He spread that and waited, and then he threw backwards.
Threw a dart.
Yeah,
it was right there. And that's going to be the first or the third reception of the night for Estrada. Second touchdown pass by Scully in the game. You're listening to the action on KXO Radio, 1230 AM on your dial, also on YouTube and on KXORadio.com. The Vikings will go for the extra 2-point conversion to try to take the lead. Handoff. Fake the handoff. Go back to pass over the middle. So it's tipped away, but penalty flag will go down. He hit him with his left hand. Yeah, Betty Martinez.
He hit him with his left hand. Yeah. He beat it down, but he also hit the defender first.
Yeah, kind of had it wrapped with one hand and tipped with the other, so they'll get another chance at that. 90 yards of passing.
He did recover those. He was wide open, and he made it over there.
Yep.
How many yards?
90 yards passing for the Vikings tonight.
And they didn't have any last week.
0 for 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So they'll move it half the distance to the 1.5-yard line now. Under center, he may take it himself. Nope, going to have a second back through. Will he make it? It's going to be close. They're going to check on it. No, he did not make it as Sanchez.
Nope.
They're going to say, no, he did not make it. So the Tigers will cling. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they took the points off the board, but it should have got the touchdown. But the extra 2-point conversion will be no good. So with 8:15 to go in this third quarter play, it's now the Tigers 15 and the Vikings 14.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
8 plays, just 36 yards on the drive again from a turnover. Been a lot of that tonight where points come after turnovers. And the touchdown from Biscaglia to Andre Estrada. And it's going to be another short kick. And again, sophomore picks it up as Beltran, and he'll go around the left side. We'll get out to near midfield. We'll get to the 46-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have the 1st and 10.
We got a flag about the 40-yard line. So, Carroll through that. What would have happened way back there, though?
There's 8 plays, 36 yards, and it would use
holding.
It's going to be against the Tigers.
How could there be holding right there? He caught that on the run, outran everybody.
3:13 used on that drive, but with the 2-point conversion, no good. The Tigers holding on to a 15-14 lead. Look up something here. In this rivalry between the two teams, this is the first time since 2007 that the Vikings have scored more than a touchdown in this rivalry. Take the handoff. Ayala passes it incomplete.
Did he get tipped?
I think it might have got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it's going to fall incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
It sure looked like it took a dive down quick, like the nose was pointed down.
Off the 29-yard line of the Tigers.
I just thought of something we talked about for years now. Every time we come this way, about that hit that Troy Briscoe put on that guy over there on the return, it broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna find out who that player is. I thought about calling Lee Jensen today.
Mm-hmm. I remember him on the team. Yeah.
Oh, good pass.
Just be a nice pass to Nixon. Nixon will get the 1st down. We'll get stood up at the 43-yard line.
Why not keep doing that right there?
May have gone out of bounds to the 42. We'll see it's on the far side, but it will be a 1st down for the Tigers. Nice play from Ayala to Nixon.
Yeah. Took 2 guys to try to get him down, and finally took the 3rd to take him down.
6'4", kind of hard to bring him down.
Yeah.
43-yard line is where it's going to be at. It'll be a 14-yard gain. The 1st down for the Tigers at their own 43. Ayala takes the handoff, kind of pass on the far side. This goes for Nixon, but going Ayala gets nailed by 2 Vikings.
2 guys. There's 3 Vikings back there.
Yeah.
How do they all get through that big old line?
Right. The Tiger offensive line, very large. They're all over 200 pounds.
Well,
they're well over it, but yet you're right. And the 2 that got through are not very big, just the quickness that's doing it. So falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 43. Handoff up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles, and getting out across the 45 to the 47-yard line is J.J. Minute.
J.J., looks like you got a cramp now. Yeah.
Where's that?
Everybody's cramp.
Where's the pickle juice? Because you need a gain of 4 on that.
I never heard of that one until Freeman.
You know,
when Royce was, that's the first time I heard about drinking pickles.
I was went to get my hair cut this weekend. Jill Dean, I was telling her about the cramps I get in the back of my hamstring, and I was telling that story of when that first happened. We were at Centro, and it got cold that night. I didn't have a jacket, and I get the cramp in the back of my hamstring, and you said, what? And I said, I got a cramp, and you got up because you thought it was in my shoulder or something like that, and I pointed back of my hamstring. You put your hands up in the air like, no, I'm not going anywhere near that. So she cracked up, and she said, pickle juice. You got to go with dill pickle juice. That's the key.
I never knew that.
And so, so we got to get some pickle juice.
But when I heard about it, when I heard about Royce doing that Royce would do it, drink it all the time.
Yep. Villacampo is still down on the field with a cramp in his left leg, so they're working on him. And the time, 7:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tigers up 15-14.
JJ.
And Jimenez will get up, and he'll Frankenstein leg it on the way to the sidelines.
Patricia just called in and said she was listening in. And she said, my legs are cramping.
We all feel his pain. Dude.
And then when they scored the touchdown, you called in. She said, no. Angel Lau also was talking about Mr. De La Rosa. Much respect.
Yep. Take the handoff. Yalla back to pass.
Got him.
Completes it to Villacampo in Holtville territory to the 41-yard line. Very nice.
Really? Between 2 defenders, and he jumped up and got that.
to put it right at the 40-yard line of Holtville. That's going to be a gain of 13 yards, another first down for the Tigers.
That'd be a Campos?
Yeah, 13-yarder on that. And a fumble. The Tigers wow, the ball popped up in the air, and the Tigers picked it up and still running. We'll get the first down. Doing a good job. Mario Kxo came up with that. It just popped up in the air after Villacampos was hit hard at the line. And it popped in the air, and then he took off running, and he gets good yardage out of it.
He looks a little woozy to me.
Wow.
That was number 10, right?
Yes.
Yes,
the sophomore. Good job of coming back and seeing the ball go in the air and then take off running. Gets all the way down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a 13-yard gain and a first down for the Tigers. Wow.
That Joel got hit, and he spun from right to left, backwards, and the ball popped out right into his hand. And everybody stopped.
They kind of stopped?
Yeah, everybody stopped.
Yeah, you can still move. So 1st and 10 Tigers now from the Holtville 27-yard line.
I thought maybe we didn't hear a whistle.
Ayala will have the accomplice to his left side in the shotgun. Gets the snap, goes back to pass, quickly throws the middle wide open. Going to complete the pass down to the 15-yard line. Still on his feet to 10, maybe inside the 10-yard line. And it's Kxo again. Wow.
Yeah. Brought him down for the Holtville Vikings, and
it'll be at the 9-yard line. Yeah, that's going to be
pretty little hit. Nobody around it. After he got the ball, he's got another 7-8 yards.
Quickly going to hand off over right tackle, and getting just a yard out of it's going to be Villacampos.
Now we got to bike him down with the cramp.
Another cramp. It was early in the season. Days, those things.
I can't believe that we used to play at this kind of stuff. I just can't.
But then think about it. We didn't start school till after Labor Day.
That's true.
And then
it wasn't.
We usually didn't play the first week we were back at school. We used the second. And that would be almost halfway through the season now, the way they do things. So got a player down for the Holtville Vikings. We'll take time out with 5:38 to go in this third quarter of play with the score, the Tigers 15 and the Vikings 14.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
I believe the injured player that is down for the Vikings, Andres Vergoso, and it's a cramp situation on one leg, and so they're tending to him now. The Tigers will have the ball second down and goal from the Viking 8-yard line. And I stand correct, this can be Fermin Velarde.
Velarde, yeah.
It's going to come
He's
up.
been all over the place.
Yeah. He's going to hop to the sidelines for the Vikings. So first and goal, or second goal, from the 8. For the Tigers. Ayala will be in the backfield. He'll move Jimenez back there now with him. 3 wide receivers that go to the left side of the field for the Tigers. 1 to the right in Wilson. Take the handoff. Throw it out with the flat. Gets to Villacampos. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown. Well, Villacampos will get the 8-yard touchdown pass, and that increases the Tiger lead to 21-14.
Ayala sure is moving slow right now. He got hit by number 9. soon as he released it.
That was a quick pass, though, and it was right on the mark.
Just barely, I don't know, he's going to kneel down and hold the ball.
The Tigers with a good sustained drive from their own 29-yard line. And Robles will come in for the extra point attempt. And the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. With 5:17 remaining in this third quarter play, now the Tigers 22 and the Vikings 14.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
8 plays, 71 yards, using up 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock, capped by touchdown pass number 2 of the night for Jaden Ayala. This one going to via Campos of 8 yards with the extra point good. It's a 22-14 Tiger lead, and the kickoff by Robles. No surprise.
No surprise. Bigfoot.
Yeah, boy, he's got a lot of leg there.
What is it, about 5'7", 5'8"?
Yeah, but very strong legs. You look at him, and he's really stocky legs. You get it down there. So the Vikings will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 5:17 to go in the third quarter play.
Looks like we changed the linebackers again. I guess, the whole defensive backfield.
The Tigers almost 100 yards passing in the game. Going to be a handoff right straight up the middle, and it's a rugby scrum out across the 25-yard line. Pushing it out to near the 30, but not quite. They're going to move it to the 29-yard line, a gain of 9. And I think it's going to be Sanchez, on that gain of 9. Okay. He now has 57 on 17 carries. 2nd down and 1 from the 29. And the Vikings may have moved like on the right side of their line.
Everybody, the whole Tigers defense pointed that way.
Yep. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty. I think Duke Strom may have been the one. He was the one holding his helmet with both hands. I think he realized at the right tight end position.
Look how many new players the Tigers put in.
And I'm going to go to Sanchez again up the middle. He'll get the 5 yards back, but a 3rd down, make it a 4th down and a yard.
77
yards.
Yeah. Ezra Bobby Lau with the tackle for the Tigers. Oh, he's not getting that.
Another Viking down, yeah.
Whoever ran the ball. He started to get up. Oh, he took his helmet off now.
So another Viking down on the field.
Oh, that might not be a cramp.
And maybe the running back.
It is. No, it was running back.
It is. Okay, Sanchez that is down on the field.
He's grabbing that
17 carries in the game for 57 yards, but he is down on the field, so the trainers are tending to him with 4:26 remaining in this third quarter of play. It's the Tigers 22 and the Vikings 14.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Sanchez is carried off the field, and he was clutching right around his knee, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But he's in quite a bit of pain.
He's a poor guy.
Third down in a yard, a long yard from the 28. And Buckley is going to run it out to the left side. He's going to get the first down. Penalty flag is going to go down. There's going to be a hold against the Vikings. And they'll bring this one back. I think Cole Brisky realized it was him because he just kept running. Kind of started running. He's been no use to keep going. Is bringing it back
all night. He's been hooked underneath, and this is the first time they call it.
Yep. So they're going to bring that one back. If you're going to hold, don't do it in the wide open. So bring this one
Ramsey.
back.
I couldn't think of Ramsey's name. He did it right in front of the Whitecap. Ramsey. So we have Ezra Favila, 74. Sergio Lopez up there for the Tigers. Aaron Ariste. 17. Caleb Walters.
So with that 10-yard penalty from the point of the infraction, it'll bring it back to the 18-yard line and make it a third down now and about 12 from the 18. The Tiger defense can come up strong right here, force the Vikings to punt. Scully will be in the shotgun, takes the handoff, goes back to pass, looks over to the far side, goes deep, has a receiver just off the fingertip of the intended receiver, Lionel Zamora, who caught the touchdown earlier. And it'll be a fourth down and 12 from their own 18. They're going to need to punt it.
Oh, quit running. He shouldn't have done that.
Nice pass, though.
He was.
Wow, it was right on point.
Just off the fingertips.
So Kelly's going to stand back near the goal line to do this punt. And deep to receive for the Tigers, Brandon Felix, and he'll be right around midfield. The Vikings need to get a good punt off right here.
Now they need an even rush because this man can run.
Yep, he can.
They need to be very careful.
Is the quarterback and the punter. Penalty flag goes down. Well, it is because it went over.
It went over in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
12 men? 12 men?
I think you may be right.
You have 12. They have 12.
That's what it is. No, I think they got a break on that, though, because the snap went way over the quarterback, or the punter in this case, 12 over his head.
They're way over. He didn't even jump.
No. There's no way.
He's tall.
He is tall.
He's 6'1", 6'2".
Wow. Yeah, they're going to get a 5-yard penalty, but it could have been worse.
If it goes on the back of the end zone, do we get it at the 20?
Be a safety. So no, we do be a safety, and they would have to kick off.
Kick off. Okay.
Get a free kick. But that'd make it a 2-score game. No, it'd make it an 8-point lead instead of it would be a 2-score game. It'd be a 10-point lead. So yeah, they got a break on that, even though they're going to get a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, and that's what he's going to.
Wow, this is going to be a safety.
Why would he do that? He got the snap from the center and he went straight to the back of the end zone.
Yeah. So it's going to be a safety. It'll make it a 24-14 game, but the Tigers are going to get a free kick heading to them.
So much time left in this game.
Right. Okay. So if they were to punt it, though, and the Tigers would go down to score, that would be 7 points. But now they got a chance to make it 2 and 7 if they can score on this drive. Interesting.
Yeah.
So it'll be a safety and will be charged to Viscalia.
Oh, I like this. Nixon going back.
That'll make it a 24-14 game for the Tigers. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, that is. They know something I don't know, I think.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Jason about that one.
So the Tigers are going to get a free kick out of this, and they'll be back at the 20-yard line. So the Tigers are in a pretty good field position and to kind of return it all.
Yeah. And we have Jared Nixon back to receive. That's awesome.
Yep. Got some speed back there.
Yeah.
So Jared's on one side and good hands, too.
Yeah. And he's going to punt it.
Yep, he'll be punting it. Gosh. It's going to be a good punt. but the Tiger's going to get on. It's going to go through the hands and then he falls down. Now picking it up is going to be Jaden Wilson, and he's going to be hit way back at the 20-yard line. So,
that's why you did it.
That's why they did that. They were going to tackle his way back at the 20.
Oh, that was not a good play.
No. But got also he outkicked his coverage on that.
Yeah.
I don't think they were expecting to kick that far, and then it actually went over to Jaden's head, and then things changed. So Tigers will have the ball first in. They'll be at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, they know that was over 50 yards in the air.
That was
where he hit it from.
That's great fun. So, how about one of those 80-yard drives? We like
from up where you at now? Westfield. Yeah, that first drive is 80 yards.
So Ayala, quarterback, goes through his hands. And then he has to go back to get it, but it's going to be back at the 14-yard line and a loss of 6. Second down and 16.
Not good. Well, I'm going to watch the line. I want to see why these guys are getting through with all that beef we have.
Going to give him a net of 5 yards rushing and 3 carries.
But you know what? Something we haven't called tonight, Nick, is watch the front line for the defense. They're back 3-4 yards. Look where they're at. Look where they're lined up.
The elder, good observation. Lee said the Vikings are worried about a blocked punt. That's why they went with the safety. Okay, blocked punt, and it all works out great in the long run because the Tigers are backed up at their own 16. And it's going to be a quick pass to Jared Nixon on the far side, and Jared's going to get out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It looks like.
Yeah. Finally pushed out by. Oh, that's our side. Jaden Castro.
13-yarder on that one.
That's all we need. That's all we need right there. Just keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a whole foot on that defender.
Second down and about 3 from the 27.
And do that. Give and go. Fake the pass and then curl out.
Looked like they went over the line, but apparently they didn't. They moved, but they did not go over the line. And now the Tigers are going to call timeout with 2:21 to go in the third quarter play. It's Imperial 24, Holtville 14.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Third down and 3, Tigers ball at their own 27. Ayala going to carry it himself right up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and then some across the 35 to the 36-yard line. I think head coach David Shaw saw something in the middle and was told because, man, it was wide open right up the gut. We're going to mark it at the 37, gain of 10, and a first down for the Tigers.
Good call, right?
Good call from up above. That's for sure.
He got around that rush. They got good rush right now. They're beating us at the...
And it's going to keep them honest.
See,
where they're at. Yeah, look at that. They're like 3 yards. Yeah. The Vikings line up 3 yards off the ball. It's going to be a handoff to Jimenez, who will get out to the 41-yard line and a gain of 4. Second down and 6.
Bernard is taking over now on the defense. I think he's got to be the leading tackler for the Vikings.
38 yards on 10 carries on the night for Jimenez. Second down and 6 from the Tiger 41, chewing up the clock with 1:30 to go in this third quarter, and the Tigers leading by 10. Yala gets the snap, back to pass, looks out on the far side, get it completed to Nixon. Nixon to the 50-yard line, 45. Good. Open field tackle away from a touchdown.
He tripped him up.
It's tripped up at the Viking 43 and a first down for Imperial.
I've got to give him a shout out. No, number 16, Angel Padilla. He just grabbed his ankle and knocked him over.
16-yarder. And now Ayala, 5 completions in a row, all of 8 yards or more.
I like that. What they just did right there, that's all they got to keep doing.
And doing it quick.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
They don't even need to have Nixon out that far. I wish they'd bring him in a little bit closer.
Ayala gets the snap, hands off to Menace. Menace can hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10.
Yeah, this poor Lopez, he's still down over here on the
Yeah, I just didn't like
right of it.
the way he was holding on to his knee and then having to be carried off the field, and they've got him wrapped in ice. Got his shoulder pads off, and I think that's going to be it for him tonight. Yeah. Had a strong night, too.
Very
18 carries and 60 yards, 62 yards on 18 carries. So yeoman's effort, but I think he may have seen his last snap tonight. Yala will keep Jimenez in the backfield with him. We'll move him from the left side to right shoulder of him. Takes the handoff, throws it, completes it to Villacampos, who bounces off of one tackler. Will get the first down on the second effort to the 30-yard line and a gain of 13 and a first down for the Tigers.
Drive, put his head and shoulders down, and he got away from that tackler. Everybody's going to the sideline. Oh, it's the end of the quarter.
The end of the quarter with the score. The Imperial Tigers 24, the Holtville Vikings 14.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Starting up the last quarter of the ball game, the Tigers will be going to the east side of the field here at Burger Field in Holtville. And you were saying another happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, another birthday, not just Michael Basil, but Lance Murray. Lance Murray celebrating his 39th birthday today, and he graced, I believe he was in Cedar Creek.
Okay.
He's got to be in Iowa somewhere.
He's all over the
He's all over
in the summertime, especially. Hand up the middle. Jimenez, man, big hole. Credit the line on that one. And Jimenez will get all the way down inside of the 20-yard line. We're going to mark him to the 16, a gain of 14, and another first down. He didn't get touched until he was 10 yards down the field. Big gainer up the middle.
Jeff Bennett, I think you called it. I think they're losing their legs now.
Yep. Well, so many are going two ways on this
And he said they didn't have a lot of players.
Yeah. Well, they just, you don't have the depth.
Yeah.
That will hurt you as later in the game, especially with a hot day. Game time is 101 degrees out here. So you got to look over the defense and have Jimenez to the right side of him in the shotgun. Takes his time to get the snap, and off Jimenez. Jimenez gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but he'll dive to the 15-yard line for a gain of 1. Second down and 9.
He was almost past number 15. He tripped him up from behind. Crossed his leg.
53 yards on 13 carries for Jimenez on the night.
Rigoso.
And Jimenez will go to the sideline and
16. I didn't get the number. You know who we haven't seen carry the ball is
18.
Ethan.
Yeah, we haven't.
We haven't called Ethan.
Right. Darian Romo is now in the backfield for the Tigers. Yeah,
that's what we're missing.
Right. Pass over the middle, complete touchdown. Nice. Jaden Wilson for the touchdown. Wow. Was that a nice pass?
We were right in line with that one.
Yeah. And that's going to be a 15-yard touchdown pass. The Tigers' lead will now go to 30-14.
See how easy it is when you put it on the top?
Wow.
Pretty. That was pretty.
That was
just
pretty.
A quick slant. That's it.
That's the way it's designed right there. And a 15-yard.
Didn't even look like the defensive backs moved.
That's the 6th completion in a row and 7 of the last 8 for Ayala. Robles will be in for the extra point attempt. Ayala on the hold. Left-footed kicker. Ball is down. The kick is up. And it is good. With 10:26 remaining in the ball game, it's now Imperial 31, Holtville 14.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
On the drive, we asked for an 80-yard drive. We got an 80-yard drive on 10 plays, using 5 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock, and a 15-yard, probably the best pass I think he's thrown this year. Just beautiful. To Jaden Wilson, and the extra point good, and the Tigers are up 31-14, and then Robles gives me plenty of time to recap that by kicking it through the end zone.
Yeah. You know, I thought I spotted number 9 on the sidelines over there. I wonder if he's injured. Ethan Reeves.
Yeah, we haven't seen him at all tonight, so I'm kind of wondering if he's also injured as well.
See if I can spot him over there.
Yeah, we haven't seen him on offense or defense, and I haven't been able to really look over to see if he's not suited up. I don't believe he is. So the Vikings will have the ball first and 10. They'll be at their own 20-yard line. Trailing the Tigers. Their biggest lead of the night by 17. Handoff's going to go up to the middle, but without Sanchez into the ball game, they're going to have carrying the ball this time. And I think it's his first carry of the night is Landon Kellum carrying for the Vikings. It's going to be a gain of just a yard and a second down and 9 coming up.
Eastbay got his 4th tackle of the night. There you go.
So Viscalia gets the snap, rolls out to his right. Going to pass this short one. Going to get to the 25-yard line, gets hit immediately, but his extra momentum will get him near the 30 and a first down, but penalty flag comes down way after the play. And I believe this may go against the Tigers.
Because he picked him up, drove him into the ground? How come this guy didn't call it?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was the referee who called it from... And he's got a good view of it, obviously, from where he's behind the quarterback. But I think it's what it is. Viacamp made a good hit on him, but I don't think you need to lift him up. I think that's what's going to be called against the Tigers. That'll be a big 15-yarder. Wow. So add that to the 10-yard gain, or the 9-yard gain for the first down. Not sure who that was passed to. Did you get a number on that?
No, I know it was Viacampos that picked him up.
Right, I did too.
It was a tall boy that went in motion.
I think it was number 20. I think it's going to be we're going to call Burnett on that. Back to pass again to Scully.
That's what it was.
Try to get it to Burnett. It's going to fall incomplete this time.
Yeah, that's his safety right there. That's his safety outlet. And the 55 factor.
Danny Escobar is getting in there every play. Yeah. Really done a good job.
Last 2 plays, that's why they rushed the pass. So he has to hit his safety outlet. I like what the coaching staff did for Imperial, though. They're bringing in some new blood to the front line, defensive line.
Yep. Call out whatever when you can see him coming in. Back to pass Pascali again. Got to roll out to his right. Has some room to run. Now he's going to go deep. Throws it way over the 10 receiver. Oh, man, almost intercepted.
He's having the game.
He came from nowhere. Wow.
He outran his own players.
He did. He outran everybody and laid flat out, and it just went off his fingertips. But it'll go incomplete. So 3rd down and 10 from the Viking 45.
He's going to sleep good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger touch. Oh, Tigers call the timeout.
And the Tigers will call timeout with 9:20 to go in the ball game. Imperial 31, Holtville 14.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
On a 3rd and 10, Buscalia will go back to pass, throws it off of two hands, and will it be intercepted? It looks like it is. And coming up with the loose ball, Brandon Felix, but they're going to say no, it hit the ground. I don't know. That looks like he had his hands underneath, but the ball was getting it at the same time. So it'll be no interception for Felix, but a great job defensively for the Tigers in the defensive backfield.
Two defenders right on that receiver.
So it'll be a 4th and 10, Vikings from their own 45. And the difference in halves again. Buscalia is 6 of 10 for 65 yards in the first half. He's completed 4 of 8 in the second half for 33 yards.
Just thinking of it. Maybe you brought in these smaller guys up for the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Put some pressure on the quarterback because the others, we got some speed, more speed.
Well, and fresh players, too.
Yeah.
Back to pass for Scalia. Going to roll out to the right. 4th and long. Throws it deep. And intercepted by the Tigers.
Pretty play.
Yep.
Pretty play by Eddie Martinez right there. Oh, it's not Eddie Martinez.
Goes in with the interception.
He stayed right on his hip to the inside and he had him up against the sideline there. You said, I guess, another defender.
So the pass interception by Bozin, and the Tigers will have the football 1st and 10, and they'll be at their own 16-yard line.
I don't know why they're taking their time. The Reds are taking their time marking this.
Refs are getting tired, too.
Yeah, Ramsey.
They've done a good job tonight, though.
Yeah, they sure have.
So we'll put the ball at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Although it's one of those that you like to see him get the interception, but if he just knocks the ball down, we have the ball 45. So, but yeah. Take the hand up. Ayala's going to go back to pass, gets it over the middle. Villacampos breaks off a tackler, gets out to the 30-yard line, a 15-yard gain or a 14-yard gain and a first down for Imperial.
Good work by Joel to break loose.
Like I said, you don't want to tell for don't intercept it because you want him to intercept, but if you knock it down, then you get a lot of extra yardage, that kind of a great little pass from Ayala to Villacampos. Yeah. Nice one.
He's on target now.
Yeah, he's getting his timing down, I think. And they're just starting to run the Vikings.
Maybe he can't push off like he normally does. He's limping pretty bad.
So Ayala will take his time from the shotgun. Takes the handoff, throws out to the far side, going to complete it, but having to dive for it to make the catch, and a good catch at that to Braden Lopez, or to Jaden Lopez, sorry, and it goes out to the 37-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7. So a second down and about 3.
Good job by Lopez to come back and throw behind him.
Right.
I would have been in traction trying to do that.
Oh, goodness, yes. That's the 3rd catch of the night for Lopez. And this will go for 7. So 3rd down and 3 from the 37. Hand it off up the middle to Jimenez. Breaks a couple of tackles. The line of scrimmage will rumble out to about the 45-yard line. And a gain of 8 and another first down for the Tigers.
He sure did good on that one.
Mm-hmm.
He was moving going running downhill.
Yep. 7:20 to go in the ball game. Tigers in command with a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line, holding on to a 31-14 lead. Looking for their first victory of the season. The accomplice Nixon and Lopez will all spread out to the near side, and Wilson will be the lone receiver to the short side of the field. That's along the Imperial side. On the south side of Burger Field here in Holtville. Ayala gets the snap, hands off to Jimenez up the middle. Big gainer up the middle across the 50-yard line to the Viking 46 before being brought down after a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1.
I like the way he drug that foot, make his cut to the left. Another man down.
Another Viking down.
Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him.
And we'll check to see who that player is. With timeout on the field, 6:37 to go in the ball game. The Tigers 31, the Vikings 14.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Sure, on the injured player, can't see the first number.
19
but
or 20?
It looks like a shoulder injury.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. He told me.
Yeah, left shoulder.
Got his head under the pad.
Makes it over the sideline under his own power with some assistance. But holding on to that left shoulder, number 80, and we don't have an 80 out here.
Nope.
Sure. So 2nd and 1 for the Tigers from the Viking 46. Ayala in the shotgun. Oh, fumbles the ball. Then will fall on it at the 49. So it's going to be a loss of 3. 3rd down and 4 at the 49. Didn't get a handle on it, and may have been trying to run before he got the ball.
And watching everybody limping around.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough night.
Tough ball game. Yep, tough one. Well, that's one thing we've seen over the years between these two teams, whether they're in the same league or not. It's always a tough ball game. So 3rd down and 4. Tiger ball at the Holtville 49-yard line. Ayala gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Double pump fake. It's going to complete it at the 40-yard line, 35. He's off to the races. Via Campos will go all the way for the 49-yard touchdown run, or catch after the pass.
Cramp.
Another cramp. But Via Campos will come up. What a great job of Ayala getting it to him quickly and then breaking tackles right away.
Behind the linebacker.
Yeah. Makes it 37-14 Tigers.
I don't know if Ayala's going to make it there.
That's the 3rd touchdown pass by Ayala tonight. 2 of those to Via Campos.
He can barely run, and he's the holder.
Yeah, he's the holder. So Robles is ready to kick, but there's no holder yet. Now Ayala limped his way up to hold. And it's a high snap. So Robles is going to go back. He's going to pick it up, but it will go nowhere. It'll be no good. So with 5:33 remaining in the ball game, it's the Tigers 37, the Vikings 14.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Sixth place, 84 yards on the drive. Their longest touchdown drive of the season, and capped by the 49-yard touchdown passes, third of the night by Jaden Ayala. This one going to via Campos. The Tigers leading it now as the ball goes back to the goal line. Vikings are going to take it out to the 15-yard line, and slips and falls at the 17. And I believe it was Andres Fragoso who did bring it out. And the Vikings will have the ball first and 10, just shy of the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 18.
Victor Ramirez hustled down the field to make the tackle for the Tigers.
Dallas had a night.
Yes.
He struggled in the first half, 3 of 10 for 43 yards. But in the second half, he has completed 11 of 13, is it? No, 10 of 12 in the second half.
Well, just a couple of these last week. It's a different game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he got his timing down and showing some confidence, too. Back to pass. Pascali is going to go deep. Throws it. There's Tigers all over the place. They tip it, and it almost gets completed at the 40-yard line. There are two Tigers, both ends back there defensively, along with Brandon Felix. They tip it, and it almost ends up in the hands of a Viking.
Yeah, he was laying on the ground.
And it just went beyond his hand.
It
was Duke Strom. It'll fall incomplete. Second down and 10.
So we got both Zin, J.J. Jimenez, Darian Romo, Brandon Felix, and little Victor Martinez. Defensive backfield and our linebackers. Number 32, Joshua Keys, and Darian Romo.
Over 200 yards of passing for Ayala tonight. 210 unofficially. Second down and 10. Quick pitch out to the right side, turning the corner at the 20. Still on his feet, showing some speed, getting out across the 30-yard line for the first down. And it's going to go to Landon Kellum. I think it's going to be a pass. I don't think he went backwards. I think it's going to be a pass. And it will go all the way out to the 34-yard line, so 16-yarder.
Caleb Walters.
Back to pass. Golly, he's going to throw it deep. Shot an arm way over the intended receiver.
Or the wrong route, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking, too. So the fall incomplete with 4:54 to go. 115 yards of passing by Chicago tonight, including 2 touchdown passes. So it'll be a second down and 10 from the Viking 34. Drew Knight will go wide left. Lionel Zamora wide right. Back to pass Pascali. Throws it out with a flat way over the intended receiver Zamora at the 45-yard line. Third down and 10 from the 34.
No chance at that one.
Nope.
Way overthrown. But they're having another. He can't sit back there anymore. Girls got a good rush.
Right.
It was a good move by the Tiger coaching staff to put in this speed.
Well, Esquivel's really impressed me tonight.
Yes.
He's gotten in there quite a few times. Now he splits out. There's a linebacker and moves back into the line. And here they come. Pascali is running right where he was at, back to pass. Looks over the middle, has a receiver, going to complete it at the 48-yard line of the Tigers, and getting out to the 45 is Drew Knight. Good job of coming back to the football and making the catch.
Yeah.
That's going to go for, 21 yards.
JJ was there. Jimenez was there. His legs are not helping him right now.
So 1st and 10 from the Tiger 45. Be a pitch out to Kellum around the right side. Kelvin makes some good moves to get inside the 40-yard line to about the 38. I believe it's going to be a run. I don't think it went forward.
Oh, you don't think it went forward?
I don't know. What do you think?
I thought it went forward.
Did it? All right.
Yeah. It's the same play that they ran over here.
To the 38. So a gain of 6. All right. Back to pass. Scotty again. Rushes out to the left side. Pump fakes. Going to keep it. Going to get the first down. Go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Smart play right there to keep that.
Yep.
You already have the first down, right?
They'll get to the 32. They're going to mark it at.
You can see everybody's moving slow right now. Tiger timeout.
Yep. Timeout by the Tigers. 3:38 to go in the ball game. It's Imperial 37, Holtville 14.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
1st and 10 for the Vikings from the Tiger 32-yard line. Gagley, quarterback, and up to Kellum up the middle. Kellum gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll forward progress himself for maybe a yard. We can say no gain at all, so 2nd down and 10.
Venture's back in on defensive line, the Tigers. Got him with the 5th tackle.
Scotty again's got to carry it, but there's Esquivel again. Comes in, they're going to make the stop. Back at the 40-yard line. It'll be a big loss on the play. Esquivel getting in there, and also for the Tigers defensively, Darian Romo comes up with a big play. And they'll say his forward progress got him to the 36, so it'll be a loss of 4.
I'm going to split that one between the two. SKS is just causing all kinds of problems in the backfield.
So 3rd down and 14 from the 36 of Imperial. 2:43 to go. Pascalia back to pass. Gets away from one Tiger. Runs out to the right side. Looks downfield. Going to pass it. And it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers. Coming up with the interception back at the 15-yard line and carrying it out to 25 is Brandon Felix. 2nd pick of the night by the Tiger defense.
One interception for Brandon.
So the Tigers will have the football 1st and 10. They'll be at their own. And mark the play down yet. It'll be right around the 26-yard line, maybe 27.
There he is, 26. He just went back to the 26.
Yep, 26-yard line.
Who had the other pick? I didn't write that down.
Bo Zinn.
Zinn.
Yep.
That's right.
Your defense has come up when they need
Finally,
it.
Yeah.
You know, with a big play, they've had 5 turnovers, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions.
Holtville looked very strong that first
I don't like Ayala limping like he is. I don't like that at all.
Nope. And the backup is Robles.
Hand it off to Jimenez. Big hole on the left side of the line. He'll get out across the 30-yard line to near the 33. Give him a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Landon Prater made the stop, but he sure got up slow.
60 yards on 14 carries, 40 minutes tonight.
Oh, he's the one that went out. Number 9's the one that went. Remember, we thought it was the shoulder.
No, he was carrying the helmet of the player that got injured. He was carrying his helmet. It was number 80 or something.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And I don't see him on the sideline, so they're working on down here on the bench.
That's 80, right.
And out to Jimenez up the middle, and he'll be close to the first down near the 36-yard line.
I think he got it. South Korea's
it looks like about the 37, and there will be a first down for the Tigers on a gain of 4. So Jimenez 64 yards now.
Awesome.
A gain of 4. And Ayala still, he's really hobbling around that left leg. And you're right. Robles is the backup. He's injured. Gio Robles is another one that could. He's injured. So that's...
They ought to just go Wildcat, huh?
Yeah. They're going to go ahead and just go victory formation. 1 minute left in the game with a first down. They'll just take a knee. He may have trouble getting up, but they might have to help him to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Jake is crampy too,
right? But he can. Ayala took time to get back up.
He can't put it
right. Not at all. His left leg. I don't know whether it's the leg or ankle or what, but he is really limping heavily in the left leg. So the Tigers will need to take another snap or two and take a knee, and they'll call this one good and pick up their first victory of the season before heading home for their home opener next Friday night against the Cibola Raiders, and that will be it with one more kneel down, and another Ivy Classic is done with the final score, the Imperial Tigers 37, the Holtville Vikings 14, and we'll recap the scoring and the stats in just a moment.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Your final score here in Holtville, the Imperial Tigers will win this one by a final score of 37-14. Both teams getting together for a prayer at the end of it. I like seeing that.
Yeah, I like that. Pastor Mitchell went over and asked if they joined them.
That's good. I like seeing that. You know, my dad living back in Oklahoma watches the Oklahoma girls softball team, and that's what they do is they get both teams together to do a prayer at the end. I always like to look at that. Try to get these stats for you, but more the passing. What a difference a half makes. Jaden Ayala went 3 for 10 for 43 yards in the first half, 10 of 12 for 172 in the second half, 13 of 22, 210 yards, and 4 touchdowns, 3 in the second half. He's just had a
that's what we expected.
Yep.
That's what we expected. Yeah. And he could have had that last week. So easily.
Yep. You're right. So the Tigers, just to recap the scoring, the Tigers took a 6-0 lead with 10:26 to go in the first half on a 12-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Ayala to Jared Nixon. The extra point was no good on a 6-play, 33-yard drive. They used just 7 seconds off the clock, and the Tigers led 6-0. They would increase it to 12-0 on a 6-play, 26-yard drive after a fumble recovery on a 1-yard run by Ayala. A 2-point conversion was no good, and with 6:42 left in the first half, the Tigers led 12-0. But the Vikings came back on a 16-play, 80-yard drive using 5:31 off the clock and capped by a 26-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Buscalia to Lionel Zamora. The 2-point conversion run was good by Griffin Garcia, and the Tigers' lead was down to 12-8. The Tigers would get part of that back, though, on a 42-yard field goal by Joel Robles after a 7-play, 42-yard drive. That was our halftime score of 15-8 in favor of the Tigers. They would increase that lead to 15 or make it 22-8. All right, no, the Vikings would come back and make it 15-14 on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Buscalia to Andre Estrada, and a 2-point conversion was no good, and the Tigers led 15-14, but then they would increase that lead to 22-14 on an 8-yard touchdown pass from Ayala to Joel Villacampos on an 8-play, 71-yard drive. I like these long drives. And they used 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock, and the Tigers led 22-14, but then they would increase it to, or actually they got the 2-point conversion, made it 24-14. No, they got the safety. That's right. There was a safety make it 24-14. I was wondering how to get the 2 points. But they got the safety that Scaldi just ran to the back of the end zone to make it 24-14 Tigers with 3:57 to go in the third quarter. And then a 10-play, 80-yard drive by the Tigers used up 5:22 off the clock. And with 10:26 to go in the ball game, a 15-yard pass from Ayala to Jaden Wilson. That was a beauty over the middle on a post pattern. Extra point by Robles was good. The Tigers led 31-14, and they would round out the scoring with the 4th touchdown pass of the night by Ayala, this time to Villacampos on a 6-play, 84-yard drive. The extra point was no good. That gives us the final score of 37-14. But you look at those drives, 71-yard drive, 80-yard drive, 84-yard drive. Offense starting to come around. And as we said, Jaden Ayala completes 13 of 22 for 210 yards, 3 of those of 28 yards to Jaden Lopez, and then 4 of 84 to Joe Villacampos. Be unofficial on all this stuff because they completed so many passes in a row. There were 4 for 56 yards to Jared Nixon, and the touchdown early in the first half of the ball game, and then 1 18-yard catch. And what a great job that was by Mario Gaxiola, who came up with the 18-yarder on came up with a couple of good plays in the first half.
Yeah.
Had a 13-yard rush on a ball that was fumbled and popped in the air, and he ran for 13 yards. Julian Jimenez would lead the rushers for the Tigers, 64 yards on 16 carries. And then Jaden Ayala, 5 carries, 12 yards. Villacampos, 2 carries for 4 yards. And then the 13-yard gain by Mario Gaxiola. So the Tigers are going to get up to near 300 yards in the ball game. Wow, for Imperial. So it's nice to be able to see that. For the Vikings, a tale of two halves also, as Bryce Buscalia had 6 of 10 completions for 65 yards in the first half. And then the second half, he throws 2 interceptions. The Tigers get the 3 fumbles. I'll let you recap those in just a moment. But 157 yards is what I have for Buscalia. Hector Sanchez had 62 yards rushing on 18 carries before getting the injury and having to go out. I hope that's not a serious one. It may affect him for the season.
Yeah, they put him on the card.
Yeah, I didn't like to see that at all.
He laid down the whole second half, but we were poor guys.
Yep. Griffin Garcia, 8 carries, 35 yards. Buscalia, 8 carries, gets a net of 9 yards, but he lost 14 on a snap that went over his head. And then 1 yard by Landon Kellum. And that's pretty well the way they look. Final score again was the Tigers winning this one by a score of 37-14. And we'll be back to recap the defense. And it was a big one for the Tigers in just a moment.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Final score here in Holtville, the Imperial Tigers 37, the Holtville Vikings 14, and you got some defense for us.
Yes. Good job by our linebackers. Joel Villacampo just had a game.
Yeah,
not only with
offense and defense.
Offense and defense. He led off tacklers with 7, including that takeaway fumble. And that, I think it was first quarter, right?
Right.
Then we have Levi Minter, sophomore, with 5 tackles, along with J.J. Jimenez. Darren Robo, another linebacker, along with J.J. Joshua Keys with 4. Aaron Arispe with 4. And Ezra Babila with 4. And then with 3 tackles, I have Danny Esquives, but he sure had a second half.
Oh, man, did he ever.
He's going to, Buscali's going to have nightmares about him tonight, thinking about watching him coming at him. Joshua Keys also with 3. And Bozin, I had him with the tackle and 1 interception. Brandon Felix, another tackle and 1 interception. Jaden Lopez. Eddie Martinez had a great second half also. And Victor Amaria with 1 tackle. Big boy up front, Gordon Malik, and Max Alvarez. Max is the one that surprised me. He's usually the one with a lot of tackles. Usually one that leads. And they each had 1 for the Tigers. Good game for the Tigers. Tell us 2 halves again.
Yep.
Hopefully we can put a whole game together.
And injuries. I hope that Ayala's not serious. I see him standing over there talking to Murray Anderson, who wrote the story last week in the IV Press about the Holtville Southwest game. So he is standing over there. But boy, he was limping hard on that left ankle. And when your 2 backup quarterbacks are both injured, what do? You don't have a 4th-string quarterback. And so I'm hoping it's not something that's serious. And then we just can regroup. We got Gio Robles hurt his right leg and his knee. And his brother Gavin had the left leg taped up. And we didn't see Ethan Reeves play tonight. It was our leading rusher last week. And so hoping that we can regroup. We get an extra day the next Friday. Yeah. So if that helps at all, we get an extra day.
We need to find out what happened to Ethan. Yeah. I'm going to ask my grandson, Stephen, if there's anything new, any changes. Everything's the same except for Gio.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If I've seen Ethan before the game or not. So hopefully he's okay.
Hopefully he's okay. Seeing Joe Villacampos over there.
Yeah. Talking
with people. Man, what a game he played tonight. He just played outstanding.
Talking to my nephew, Caleb Turner, over there. He works for the Desert Review.
And the Tigers come up with 3 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions, so 5 turnovers that the defense comes up with tonight in this big victory for the Tigers. They're first on the season, 37-14 over Holtville Vikings. And we have our home opener next Friday, a week from tomorrow. The Cibola Raiders will come in from Yuma and will face the Tigers. So we will have that coverage for you. We want to thank all of our sponsors for being with us tonight. Brickhouse Deli, Imperial Quarterback Club, Broken Yoke Cafe. So our thanks to IVC and their dual enrollment right now, the El Zarafi Restaurant, Roto-Rooter. Thanks to Imperial Tiger Football Association, Johnny's Burritos, Southwest Security, K-Sushi, and Stan's Auto Body are sponsors. We thank you all for listening to us tonight as we work the simulcast on KXO Radio, AM 1230 El Centro, California, and also on YouTube and at KXORadio.com.
Yep. Good night. And thank you for listening in. Happy birthday to Michael Beso and Dan Mari and all those who listened in.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yep. We appreciate you listening in from all over the United States. We have
Ohio to Mississippi
to Texas and
Idaho
with Kyla up there.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, Texas with Boy Platt, who listens in every week.
Yeah.
Always like
Oceanside probably changed their channel.
Oceans, yeah. maybe she stayed around, and that's why we got the win this time. So if that's the case, Elsa, you got us tune in and stand. But I got about to do it for us here tonight. Final score again, the Imperial Tigers 37, the Holtville Vikings 14. The Tigers at home next Friday night against the Cibola Raiders. Yeah. George Grahava and Mickey Dale sending it back to the main studios of KXO with Gabe LaMoose.
Good night, all.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.